Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to my updated movie collection video where I will be showing all my DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks. So needless to say, this is going to be a long video. With that in mind, I'm not going to go into many details about the movies. I'll let you know if I've seen them, what movie it is, what format it is, and then if I feel like it's a movie that's not as known or people don't talk about as much, I might try to recommend it to you and kind of tell you a brief synopsis of the title so you end up checking it out. Things you can expect in this video. I'll probably start itching my nose at certain points. I will probably record this over a 3-day time period, possibly 2 days. I have to wait till I get Terrifier 2, which I believe is supposed to arrive tomorrow. So I'm actually recording this video on December 26th, the first part of the video. So I need to make sure that I have all the movies that I'm going to buy for the rest of the year. And I'll probably change shirts at some point and stop the video to drink some water or itch myself because that's just what I do when I'm recording long videos. So just so you know, and of course, before I talk about the movies, if you're a fan of movies and like physical media and enjoy collecting physical media and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, there's the first itch. Make sure you smash that like button, share this video with anybody that you know, or put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on my collection. Was there a movie that I talked about that you really liked? Was there some movies that I mentioned or about some of my favorite movies of all time that you agree with? Or were there movies that I talked about that you did not agree with? And then, of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel. You're watching the video anyway. Join the team, show your damn support, and of course, be a part of something special. Let's start it off with the 007 collection, which includes GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, and Die Another Day, all on Blu-ray. I've seen them all. I wish I owned them separately, but I wanted to get this really soon, and this is the best way I could do it. Pretty good movies, but none are in my top movies of all time list, but definitely check them out. I like Brosnan as Bond. The Sixth Day on DVD. Seen it, not very memorable. 8 Mile on DVD. This was actually a movie I saw in the theater that I didn't like the first time I saw it. Ever since then, every time I rewatch it, I like it, but it's not one of my top 100 movies of all time. 21 on DVD. I like this movie. It's not in my top 100 of all time, but this was the movie that I saw that actually made me want to go to a casino and gamble for the first time. I mean, I don't count playing poker tournaments and playing lottery tickets, but this made me want to go to our local casino and spend more than I usually spend on gambling. But really good movie, although apparently it's very inaccurate to what really happened, but I still like it. I think Kevin Spacey's awesome in it. 28 Days Later. Surprisingly enough, this is on Blu-ray. I haven't seen it yet. I saw the ending, actually. 28 Weeks Later. Saw this in the theater. Pretty good. Not one of my favorites of all time. 40-Year-Old Virgin on DVD. I just watched this yesterday. It's a classic. It's great. I don't believe it's in my top 100 of all time. Maybe it should be, though. 54 on DVD. Pretty good movie. I liked it a lot more when it came out. I don't like it as much now, but pretty good. Neve Campbell, she's one of my favorites, but not one of my favorite movies of all time by any means. 300 on DVD. I have yet to watch this movie. I've owned it since it came out, but still have yet to watch it. What can I say? 1408 on DVD. I saw this when it came out in the theater, and I haven't watched it since. Maybe I should watch it at some point pretty soon here. It was okay. Nothing special, though. Not one of my favorites of all time. 2012 on DVD. Doesn't even sound like anything is in here. Okay, something's in there. This is actually a really good movie. I believe this actually cracks my top 100. I know it's kind of cheesy, but I just really like it. What can I say? I like Amanda Peet. So 2012, pretty good disaster flick. Was this directed by Roland Emmerich? Yes, it was. Roland Emmerich kind of does the same movie each time. 3,000 Miles to Graceland on DVD. Pretty awesome movie. I've seen it probably 7 or 8 times. It's not in my top 100, but I definitely like it, and you should check it out. Ad Astra on Blu-ray. I saw this one time when it came out on physical media. Not a fan of it. In fact, I don't really remember much about it, to be honest with you. The Accountant on Blu-ray, pretty good. I thought it could be better, and it's a movie that kind of is boring at points in time where it makes me fall asleep. Maybe that's not the case for you, but for me, this is a movie that kind of drags at portions. But I like John Bernthal and Ben Affleck. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, on DVD. Love this movie. It's not one of my favorites of all time, but pretty good movie, and Jim Carrey is fucking crazy. Adventures in Babysitting. Pretty awesome movie. I love Elizabeth Shue. It's on DVD, of course. Not one of my favorites of all time, but it's certainly a classic, and I've seen it probably 10 times total. The Adjustment Bureau. Pretty good movie with Matt Damon and Emily Blunt. I recommend it. Is it anything spectacular? No, but I really enjoyed it. It's on DVD, and you should probably check it out. There's good performances in there. After Earth on Blu-ray. Now, this is an M. Night Shyamalan movie. I heard it was terrible. So when I went into this movie thinking it was going to be absolutely garbage, and I actually kind of like it. It's nowhere near my favorite movies of all time, but it's worth a watch. From what I remember, I've only seen it once. Air Force One on DVD. Get off my plane. One of my favorites of all time. I think it's in my top 100. I could be wrong on that, but definitely a memorable movie. I like it. I've probably seen it 30 or 40 times by now. We have the Alien box set, or Alien Anthology, which includes Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection. I've seen Alien and Aliens for the first time last year, and I started watching Alien 3, but didn't finish it because it's not very entertaining, and they kill a lot of people off in the... Well, never mind. Spoiler alert. So, yeah, all on Blu-ray. They're okay. At least I think they're a little overrated, Alien and Aliens. I didn't like them as much as other people seem to like them, but maybe I need to rewatch them and maybe have a different opinion. Alone in the Dark on DVD. I bought this when it came out. Tara Reid's in it, and I kind of had a thing for Tara Reid, even though she's skinny, but I don't know. I don't remember much about it, so I can't really comment on it. And now my throat's getting dry. We just started. The Amazing Spider-Man on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. Andrew Garfield. I don't know if he's my favorite Spider-Man. It'd be between him and God, I'm forgetting the other guy's name now. Tom Holland. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 on Blu-ray. I didn't necessarily like this as much. It was a little different. I'm mad that they did something in the end of the movie, but it's okay. Ambulance on 4K. I was thinking this was going to be a really bad movie because it didn't get very good reviews, but I actually liked it a lot. I was very interested in it, and I didn't fall asleep, which is a good thing. So I like it. Maybe you don't, but I like it. American Gangster on Blu-ray. I've seen this one time. I don't really remember much about it. I thought it was okay from what I recall, but maybe I should watch this one again. I mean, it's got Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe, so it must be phenomenal. An American Haunting on DVD. I don't remember much about this movie. I know I watched it when it first came out, and that's as much as I can tell you about it. American Hustle on Blu-ray. This was pretty good. It's got great performances by Christian Bale and Bradley Cooper. Other than that, I honestly don't remember much about it. American Made on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. Not one of my favorites of all time, though. American Pie on DVD. I like this one. It's funny, but I like other ones in the series a little bit more. American Pie 2 on DVD. Absolutely love this movie. This is definitely in my top 100 favorite movies of all time, and it's more closer to 25, actually. I'm gonna grab this stack that's kind of way far away here. American Wedding on DVD. This is the worst one in all the theater American Pie releases, but it's still funny as shit. American Reunion on Blu-ray. I like this. This is probably my second favorite movie in the American Pie franchise, and I'm talking about the ones that actually went to theaters. I don't count any of those straight-to-DVD ones, but pretty funny. They brought everybody back, which I really like. American Psycho on Blu-ray. I've seen this one time. It was okay. American Sniper on Blu-ray. It was okay. I don't remember much about it, though, to be honest with you. Bradley Cooper's in it, I know that. Angels and Demons on DVD. This was a lot worse than Da Vinci Code. It was still entertaining to a degree, but it's not very memorable, and Da Vinci Code was, like, a lot better. But still check it out if you like those movies with Robert Langdon and Tom Hanks. Anger Management on DVD. This was pretty crazy movie, pretty funny. Crazy Jack Nicholson. It's not one of my favorites of all time, but I've seen it, but it's been a while. Okay, this stack needs to come closer to me. Apollo 13 on DVD. Awesome movie. Love it. Remember seeing it in the theater in 1995 when I was a kid, so I would have been 14 or 15. Check it out if you haven't. Like the performances. I believe it's in my top 100 of all time. Should be. Anchorman on Blu-ray. People really love this movie. I'm not the biggest Will Ferrell fan out there. It's okay, but it was nothing special to me. In fact, I don't really remember anything about it. There's another nose itch, and my throat's still dry. Angel Has Fallen on Blu-ray. Pretty good. It's better than the sequel. I like this series. I think Gerald Butler is awesome in these movies, and it's pretty good. It's not one of my favorites of all time, but one of them in that series is. Nose itch time. Ant-Man, and this one's actually on Blu-ray 3D. This was given to me as a gift, but it has the Blu-ray in it as well. It's okay, but I don't really remember much about Ant-Man, to be honest with you. But still good movies in the MCU universe. Nose itch time. Still early in this video, and I'm already itching my nose. Usually that doesn't happen until like 2 or 3 rows. Ant-Man and the Wasp on Blu-ray. It's okay. I like Evangeline Lilly from her days as Kate on Lost. And I don't remember much about this movie other than that. Okay, I can't wait till I get rid of this stack that's off to the corner here. Any Given Sunday on Blu-ray. I've seen this movie twice. I don't really remember much about it. It's been like a couple of years since I've seen it last, but it's got some good performances in it, and that's about as much as I can tell you. And now my nose is tickling here. All right, I'm going to move this stack that's way far away a lot closer. Uh-oh. Please don't fall. I hate this shit when this stuff falls. Okay, I think I got it. I gotta make sure they go in the right order here. Ah! Nose itch. Did not do cocaine before this video, I swear. Stop falling. Aquaman on Blu-ray. I think this movie's overrated. It's okay from what I remember, but honestly, I don't remember much about it. Arachnophobia on DVD. This movie's fucking awesome. It's not in my top 100 of all time, but I actually really love this movie. It's got some good performances, especially by John Goodman. And if you're afraid of spiders, you probably shouldn't watch it, but it's a comedy. Arrival on Blu-ray. This is okay. Argo on Blu-ray. This is a really good movie, and I'm thinking now, maybe I should give this another watch, because this might be in my top 100 films of all time. I think Ben Affleck is an excellent director. Argo, go fuck yourself. Armageddon on DVD and Armageddon on Blu-ray. Now, next year, I'll get rid of all the multiple duplicate titles that I have, but I like Armageddon. It's in my top 100 of all time. Is the movie that great as far as accurate and, like, you know, it's more fictional, but I still love the characters in it, that's for sure. Fucking nose is driving me crazy right now. I apologize. Army of Darkness on Blu-ray. I have yet to see this movie. I think, actually, I take that back. I think I saw it when I was a kid, but I don't remember anything about it. Assassins on DVD. I don't like it. I've only seen it once, though. And it's been a while. Last time I saw it was on VHS. Assault on Precinct 13 on DVD. It's been a while since I've seen this. I thought it was okay. Avatar on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. Not in my top 100 favorite movies of all time. However, I just saw Avatar, The Way of Water, and I actually really liked The Way of Water more than this one, and that one actually might be in my top 100. I have to see it again, though. I just saw it last night. Avengers! And this is the Blu-ray as well as the DVD. I don't like this case. I need to get a new copy of this movie. I think this movie is overrated. Surprisingly enough, I like movies in the Marvel Universe, but this one, to me, everybody was so crazy about. and I didn't like it as much as everybody else does, but still entertaining. I need to watch it again, actually. Avengers Age of Ultron on Blu-ray. I liked it. It's okay. Not in my top 100, though. I like James Spader's voice. Avengers Infinity Wars. Or Avengers Infinity War on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. I believe it's in my top 100 of all time. I have to reevaluate it, though. Because everything that happens to that movie kind of gets redone in Endgame. Speaking of Endgame, Avengers Endgame on Blu-ray. This is my favorite movie of all time as it stands. I love this movie. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's one of the most perfect movies out there. It's like 3 hours long. It doesn't seem that way to me. I absolutely love this movie. I'm going to pause it here to itch my nose and drink water. Okay, I took about a 5-minute break to drink some water and itch my nose, and my nose is still tickling, but the video must continue on. We left off with Avengers Endgame on Blu-ray. We have Avengers Endgame on 4K. Again, this is my favorite movie of all time, and I have to have duplicate copies of it, and I will get rid of all my duplicate copies next year and sort out my collection a bit better. Aviator on DVD. I've never seen it. I plan on seeing it. That's why I bought it. Just haven't got around to it yet. Awakenings on DVD. This was a recommendation by a friend of mine. I thought it was okay. I don't remember much about it. It's been a few years since I've seen it, like probably 5 or 6 years. The Back to the Future DVD box set, which includes Back to the Future 1, Back to the Future 2, and Back to the Future 3. I like the first two movies probably equally. I believe that Back to the Future, one of them is in my top 100 towards 100. And then Back to the Future 3, I don't remember being very good. Although it's probably been 20 plus years since I've seen it. Probably 30 plus years. Alright, these are not out of the package yet. Bad Boys. And Bad Boys 2 on Blu-ray. I love the Bad Boys movies. Of course, I like the first one more than the second one. And this is something I bought new to have it on Blu-ray. And then, of course, we have Bad Boys on DVD. Yeah, I can get rid of those for next year's video. And Bad Boys 2 on DVD. I think Bad Boys has some of the best dialogue of all time in a movie. I might be wrong on that. And then, of course, we have Bad Boys for Life on Blu-ray. This was actually surprisingly good, and it won my favorite movie of 2020. Of course, 2020 being a year of COVID, where not a lot of movies got released, but I like this movie a lot. I was really surprised by Bad Boys for Life. A Bad Mom's Christmas. I don't know why I got this on Blu-ray. I've never watched it and probably never will. Although I do like Kristen Bell and Mila Kunis, so maybe I should watch it for that, because they were in Forgetting Sarah Marshall together. You know what? Maybe I will watch it. I don't know. I don't know why I bought that. I really have no idea. The Bank Job on DVD. I haven't seen this in so long. I remember it being okay. Not one of my favorites of all time. Basic on DVD. This is actually a really good movie. It's directed by the guy that did Die Hard, John McTiernan. It's got some interesting things that happen in it. Not a lot of people talk about it, so this might be one of them that you want to check out. It's got a good cast. Obviously, you see John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember it being really good. The Batman on 4K. Pretty awesome movie. I liked it a lot when I first saw it, but it took me a while to... Yes, I fell asleep during it in the theater. I have not gotten through it since I bought it yet. So I've watched it one time in full with a couple of naps during the movie and just can't get into it at home. So I don't know. I put it in my top 100 favorite movies of all time, but I'm starting to think I need to take it out. I think I put it at like number 25. But did I even open it yet? Because it's on HBO Max. Yes, I opened it. Surprisingly. Probably gave somebody the digital download. The 1989 Batman. I think this is overrated. I don't like Jack Nicholson as Joker because I love Heath Ledger. I've seen it. It's been a while since I've seen it. It's on DVD. Batman Returns on DVD. I used to not like this movie, but the more I watch it, the more I like this movie. It's okay. Not in my top 100 favorite movies of all time by any means. Batman Forever on DVD. This is a movie that I really liked the first time I saw it in the theaters. In fact, after I saw it in the theater the first time in, what was it, 95 that this came out, I thought it might have been my favorite movie of all time. I like the performances by Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones, but The more I watch it, the more cheesy this movie gets. But I still like it. I like Chris O'Donnell, and I like Val Kilmer as Batman. It's a shame what happened to what's going on with Val Kilmer these days. Batman and Robin on DVD. Yeah, this movie sucks. I've probably seen it 3 or 4 times. It still sucks every time I see it. Batman Begins on DVD still. I still have yet to buy this on Blu-ray. I probably should buy it on 4K. Pretty awesome, underrated movie. A good origin story for Batman in the Christopher Nolan trilogy. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice on Blu-ray. It was okay. Not one of my favorites of all time. Baywatch on Blu-ray. I like The Rock. I actually thought this movie was really entertaining. That's all I really remember about it. Beavis and Butthead, Do America on DVD. I think this is a fun movie. I wish the other one would get released. What is it? Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. That was on Paramount. I watched it the day it came out. I enjoyed that one actually a lot. A Beautiful Mind on DVD. I have yet to finish this movie. I tried to watch it one time. So yeah, I hear it's a really good movie. I just have yet to finish it. I think I got like an hour into it too. Beetlejuice on DVD. I think this movie's a little overrated, but I haven't seen it in 30 years probably. 25 years. The Big Short on Blu-ray. I watched it one time and now I don't remember anything about it. Billy Madison on DVD. This was my ex-girlfriend's movie. I should own this on Blu-ray. I own it on VHS. It's one of my favorites, Adam Sandler movies. And yeah, I love the dialogue where the old guy comes out. It's one of those, flaming bags again, that poop again. He called the shit poop. Fucking love that movie. Birds of Prey on Blu-ray. I have yet to watch this. I do like Margot Robbie though. She's beautiful. Black Panther on Blu-ray. Now, I just rewatched this when Wakanda Forever came out, and my opinion of this movie actually changed a lot. I used to not like it and thought the movie was overrated, but the second time I watched it, I really got into Michael B. Jordan's character, and I actually like it. So, yeah, sometimes I need to watch a movie multiple times to kind of get a different opinion on them. The Black Phone on Blu-ray. It was a pretty good movie. A little slow, though, but still good. I'm going to move this up. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Yep, it wants to fall. I think that's as far as I'll get it. Black Widow on Blu-ray, or Black Widow on 4K. This was pretty good, although I don't remember a lot about it, but I like Scarlett Johansson a lot. So yeah, if I like somebody a lot, that's a good movie. Black Xmas on DVD. I really don't remember anything about this movie. I watched it when I bought it when it first came out, and now that's all I can tell you about it. I know at first people hated it, but now apparently it has a little bit of a cult following. Blade on DVD. When I first saw Blade, I liked this movie a lot, but all the times I see it afterwards, I don't like it as much. Probably should get that on Blu-ray or 4K. Blade 2. When I saw this movie in the theater, I did not like it at all. I don't know why, but every time I watch it, I like it more and more. So it's weird how my opinion of the original Blade was way up here and then it went down here, where this movie was way down here and it's went way up here. So yeah, Blade 2, pretty awesome movie. Ron Perlman is great in it. Blade Trinity DVD. A lot of people hate this movie. I think it's fun. I love Ryan Reynolds as Hannibal King in this movie. I think he's fucking hilarious, especially the line about you cock-juggling thunder cunt. I think he says it, or does Parker Posey say it? I don't remember. The Blair Witch Project on Blu-ray. I watched this when it first came out in 1999 and haven't revisited it since. It was okay at best. I thought it was kind of overrated. Whoop. Blank Man on DVD. This is a funny movie. Blast from the Past on DVD. I absolutely love this movie. It's definitely in my top 100 favorite movies of all time. I just think it's really cute, and I like Alicia Silverstone, Christopher Walken, and Brendan Fraser in it. The Blind Side on DVD. I should get this on Blu-ray. I like it. Like Sandra Bullock a lot. Pretty fun movie. Good sports movie. I can't remember if it's in my top 100 of all time. I don't think it is, though. Blood Diamond on DVD. I saw this when it first came out and don't remember much about it. This is probably a movie I should watch again, though. My opinion of DiCaprio has changed a lot. I used to not like him, and now, like, everything I see DiCaprio in, I really like. But there's movies that he's in that I haven't watched yet that I should watch. Bloodshot on Blu-ray. I started watching it. I got about 20 minutes into it, maybe 25, and then turned it off. I don't know if I'll ever go back to it, to be honest with you. Boiler Room on DVD. Seen this one time. Don't really remember a lot about it. Remember it being good, though, but I don't remember anything about it. Boogeyman on DVD. Saw this when it first came out, when I first bought it, and don't remember anything about it. The Book of Eli on DVD. Another scenario where I've seen some of the movie and didn't finish it. Yeah. So, yeah. Bounce on DVD. This is an okay movie. I like Ben Affleck. It's got an interesting story to it where he switches, he gives somebody his plane ticket, and then that person, yeah, never mind. I don't want to give spoilers. The Bounty Hunter on DVD. Saw this in the theater when it came out and haven't rewatched it. I remember it being okay. Jennifer Aniston's beautiful. She's definitely like fine wine. The Bourne Identity on DVD. Saw this one time. I thought this movie was going to be a lot better than I originally saw when I originally saw it. Did not like it. Maybe I need to give it a rewatch. That was when I didn't like Matt Damon, and now my opinion of Matt Damon has changed. The Box on DVD. Never finished watching this. I think I watched like 20 minutes of it and turned it off. Breach on DVD. I think I finished this, but I'm not really sure. So, I don't know. The Breakup on DVD. Fun movie. I like it. Jennifer Aniston. Can't go wrong. The Breakfast Club on Blu-ray. It's been a while since I've watched it, but it's definitely a cult classic. Nose itch time. I think I'm ready for a break here. Bridesmaids on Blu-ray. I like this movie. It's like the female version of The Hangover to me. Some people hate it. I like it. Although there's some performances in it that I don't like. Like Melissa McCarthy, it irritates the shit out of me. But she's more tolerable in that movie, in my opinion. Bridge of Spies on Blu-ray. This wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Brightburn on 4K. I was expecting this movie to like be phenomenal. I just watched it within the last couple months, and it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Brothers on DVD. This is one of those movies that's not as well known. The story's premise is Tobey Maguire's married to Natalie Portman. He goes off to Iraq or Afghanistan, knows each time, and they think he dies during that. He's actually held hostage as a prisoner. Jake Gyllenhaal is his low-life brother that always gets in trouble. Well, when he finds out or he thinks that Tobey Maguire's character dies, he like tries to be there for Natalie Portman. And then eventually Tobey Maguire comes back, and then they have to deal with him being crazy when he comes back because he's forced to kill his friends. So yeah, pretty awesome movie. I don't like Tobey Maguire, but in this movie, I love him. Yes, I'm not a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fan. Bruce Almighty on DVD, pretty good movie. Funny, Jennifer Aniston, can't go wrong. The Bucket List on DVD. Saw this one time when it first came out in the theater and haven't revisited it. I thought it was okay. Ugh, nose itch. Bullet Train on 4K. This was actually surprisingly really good. I liked it. Bulletproof Monk on DVD. I've watched this one time when it came out. Haven't watched it since. Bumblebee on Blu-ray. It was pretty good. I'll have to do a Transformers ranking video. I just rewatched the 1986 animated Transformers movie, and God, was it terrible. I used to like it. The Butterfly Effect on DVD. Like this movie. Big fan of Amy Smart in this one. Ashton Kutcher does a phenomenal job. It's definitely in my top 100 favorite movies of all time. And my nose itches. Sorry. Cable Guy on DVD. I think this movie's a little overrated. I don't know. Just my opinion, though. Cabin of the Woods on Blu-ray. Pretty awesome movie. If you haven't seen this, check it out. Underrated. Not in my top 100, though. The Call on Blu-ray. I actually really like this movie. It's kind of not really well known. I wouldn't say it's amazing by any point, but it's pretty good. I think it's by WWE Studios, too, which they usually put out shit movies. Captain America, The First Avenger on Blu-ray. It's okay. I haven't watched this since like 2013 or 14, though. Captain America, The Winter Soldier on Blu-ray. Awesome movie. Definitely one of my favorite MCU movies. Don't think it's in my top 100, though. Maybe it should be. Civil War on Blu-ray. This was pretty good. Definitely in my top 10 of MCU movies. Captain Marvel on Blu-ray. Yeah, this movie has some flaws, but I do like the fact that they have Blockbuster Video in it. And my nose is killing me. I have to take a break at some point here. Ugh. Captain Phillips on Blu-ray. Pretty good. Carlito's Way on Blu-ray. It was okay. Casino on DVD. Pretty good movie. It's been a while since I've seen it, though. Casino Royale on DVD. This is pretty awesome. This was like the first Bond movie that I watched in full and really liked, because I think they play poker in it, Texas Hold'em, and I like that. My right nostril is driving me crazy right now. Ugh. Castaway on Blu-ray. This is okay. It could have been a lot better, but I enjoy it. It's one of those movies that I rewatch a lot. The Cat's Eye on Blu-ray. I watched this a lot when I was a kid. It's like with the little troll in the wall. I don't remember much about it though, but I had to buy it because I know it's a movie that I've seen. Catch Me If You Can on DVD. Pretty awesome movie. I like it. It's more of a comedy, a little bit of drama. DiCaprio and Tom Hanks are pretty awesome in it. It's one of my favorite DiCaprio and Tom Hanks films, and it's in my top 100 for sure. More closer to number 1. Cellular on DVD. It was an okay movie. Celtic Pride on DVD. This was one of those movies when I was in high school that I would rewatch constantly. I think it's fucking hilarious. Daniel Stern and Dan Aykroyd are great in it, and it's fucking hilarious. There's a line in the movie, I heard Manute Bol was banging your mom last night. If you don't know who Manute Bol was, he was a player in the 90s that was 7'7", that was like 230 pounds, and he was just, I don't know, but yeah, pretty good movie. If you want to laugh and you're a sports fan. Central Intelligence on Blu-ray. I thought this was going to be funnier than it turned out to be. It's been a while. I've only seen it once when it came out. The Change Up on Blu-ray. Pretty good. I like Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman. Changing Lanes on DVD. I don't really remember much about this movie. I know I liked it, but I don't remember much about it. It's been a while since I've seen it. Chappie on Blu-ray. It was okay at best. Charlie's Angels on DVD. This was okay. It's been a while since I've seen it. Probably won't ever watch it again. Alright, we got another box set here. All the movies in the Child's Play franchise other than the reboot. So we have Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, and Cult of Chucky. I have seen the first 5 Child's Play movies. Up till Seed of Chucky, I have yet to watch Curse, Cult, and the reboot of Chucky. I like Child's Play 2 and Child's Play 3. The rest of them I don't like. And yeah. Bride of Chucky, I think it's overrated, but maybe I need to watch it again. Click on DVD. Oh, all those Child's Play movies were on Blu-ray. I really like this movie. It's one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies. It's just different, although there's flaws with it where he does all this stuff on autopilot, but I still love this movie. Although Jonah Hill's in it, and I don't like Jonah Hill typically. Cliffhanger on DVD. I just finally watched this movie within the last year or so, and it was, in my opinion, everybody says it's such a great movie. It was okay at best. I thought it was a little bit overrated. Ugh, nose itch. Cloud Atlas on Blu-ray. Yeah, this movie sucks. A movie with Tom Hanks that sucks. Who would have thought? The Clove Hitch Killer on Blu-ray. This was a movie that I heard a YouTuber talk about. It was just a random video that showed up on my news feed or my YouTube feeds, and I have yet to watch it. I do really need to watch it though. Oh, my nose is driving me crazy. I apologize for all the nose itching here. Oh, God. All that cocaine I did. Clueless on DVD. This is a cute movie. Cold Creek Matter on DVD. I saw it once when it came out. Don't remember anything about it. Collateral on DVD. Pretty awesome movie. One of my favorite Tom Cruise movies, but he has so many movies that are good, like all the Mission Impossible movies, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it's probably my top 10 of Tom Cruise movies. Collateral Beauty on Blu-ray. This is okay. It's been a while since I've seen it, though. The Collection, which is actually the sequel to The Collector, but this technically is in this one comes first in alphabetical order. These are really good movies. If you're looking for some good horror movies that are like Saw, but actually much more brutal with like a killer that's a badass, unlike Jigsaw, who's this old guy, check out this. Again, The Collector is the original, and then The Collection is the sequel. The Collected was being filmed, I believe, and then they stopped filming due to the pandemic. I don't know if they're ever going to finish it and do it, but these are pretty awesome movies. Check them out. The Commuter on DVD, or no, on Blu-ray. I don't remember anything about it. It's a typical Liam Neeson movie where he, yeah. Company Men on DVD. I actually really like this movie. I like Ben Affleck a lot, and this is a movie that I rewatch. I think I've seen it like 10 times. Yeah, surprisingly. Probably 5 times, actually. I like it. Nothing special, though. Con Air on DVD. One of my favorite movies of all time. Con Air on Blu-ray. This movie's awesome. I think Nicolas Cage sucks in the movie to a degree, but all the villains like John Malkovich and Ving Rhames or Steve Buscemi are just fucking awesome. Love Con Air. They need to release that on 4K. Maybe they haven't. I just don't know. Let's check that out. The Condemned on DVD with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I actually liked this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. The Condemned 2 on Blu-ray. I don't remember anything about this movie. I don't even remember the plot. I know Randy Orton was in it, and I know I watched it. Yeah, must have been not too memorable. And then we have the Conjuring 3-film series, which I first watched this year. We have The Conjuring 2, and The Conjuring 3. I saw the first 2 Conjuring movies. I liked the first one more. The second one, in my opinion, wasn't as good as people said it was. And then I have yet to watch the third one. Constantine on DVD. I watched it once when it first came out. Don't remember anything about it. Almost ready for another break. Contact on DVD. Pretty good movie. Nothing special, though. Contagion on Blu-ray. Well, if you want to talk about COVID, this is kind of like what happened with COVID. This is actually an import. Usually I don't get those, but I wanted it on Blu-ray because the person that had it on DVD, I rented it out to somebody or loaned it out to somebody, and they never returned it back. But I like this movie a lot. Contraband on Blu-ray. I don't remember anything about it. I watched it one time, though. I know that. Copland on Blu-ray. I thought this was going to be a really awesome movie. I finally watched it in full for the first time this year, I believe, or maybe it was late last year. It was okay. I thought it was going to be better, though. The Core on DVD. Like this movie. Pretty good. The Counselor on Blu-ray. Don't remember anything about it. Watched it one time. Couples Retreat on DVD. Okay. Kristen Bell's in it. The Covenant on DVD. Watched it one time. Don't remember anything about it. Cradle to Grave on DVD. I watched it when it came out. It was okay. Don't remember everything to do about it, though. DMX and Jet Li. Rest in peace, DMX. Crank on DVD. This was a pretty awesome movie. Amy Smart's in it, so that's good. And I thought I owned Crank 2, but apparently I don't. Crash on DVD. Pretty awesome, fucked up movie. Although I've only watched it once, maybe twice. The Crazies on DVD. This is a pretty awesome movie, and I'm a big fan of Timothy Olyphant. I like it a lot. I think they could have done more with it, though, but they didn't. Crazy Stupid Love on DVD. This is a pretty good movie. It's got some action and some it's got some drama and some comedy in it. And it's got some things that happen that you're not expecting, but I like it a lot. And now I'm going to take a break to really itch my nose and get some water in my system. All right, I'm back at it. I took a break, drank some water, itched my nose a lot, and talked to my roommate for about a half an hour. Creed on Blu-ray. This was actually very surprising. I didn't think I was going to like this movie much because I didn't hear anything about it until it came out, but really like Creed. Awesome movie. And then, of course, Creed 2. I actually really like Creed 2 even more than Creed 1. Probably the nostalgia with them bringing back Ivan Drago to go against Rocky and Adonis Creed. I can't remember Drago's kid's name in the movie. Critters on Blu-ray. Yeah. I used to like those movies, but I've only seen it once, I think. No, twice. Critters 2 on Blu-ray. There's one Critters movie that I really like. I can't remember which one it is. It might be Critters 3 on Blu-ray. Yeah, one of the worst series ever, but as a kid when I watched them initially, it was entertaining. And Critters 4 on Blu-ray. I should do a Critters ranking just to appease some people that really like the Critters franchise, like Brian Lomax of Brian Lomax Movie Talks. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button on DVD. Pretty good movie. I like it. Daddy's Home on Blu-ray. Pretty funny. Oh. Daddy's Home 2 on Blu-ray. Funny. Love John Lithgow and Mel Gibson as the parents of the main characters. Dallas Buyers Club on Blu-ray. Really good movie. I've only watched it one time and don't remember a lot about it in there. I remember Jared Leto did really good in it. The Dark Knight on Blu-ray. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's definitely in the top 5. I love Heath Ledger's performance as Joker. I do not like the recasting of Maggie Gyllenhaal being Rachel Dawes instead of Katie Holmes. And then, my favorite movie in the Christopher Nolan series, The Dark Knight Rises. I know you're going to disagree with me. At one point, this was actually my favorite movie of all time. I just really like this movie. I like the fact that you don't have Maggie Gyllenhaal and you have Anne Hathaway. Bane, Tom Hardy is Bane. While he's not Heath Ledger as Joker, he's pretty awesome and menacing himself. The voice, I don't know. I love this movie. I know most of you will disagree with that statement and hate it, but I love it. Dark Skies on Blu-ray. This was good. I don't remember a lot about it, though. I just tried to rewatch it like a couple months ago, and I couldn't get through like 25 minutes in, and I turned it off. Darkness Falls on DVD. I watched it one time when it came out. Don't remember anything about it. Date Night on DVD. Saw this in the theater. Haven't seen it since. It was okay from what I remember. The Da Vinci Code on DVD. I loved this movie. It's a lot of fun. I like at least the first movie with Robert Langdon. Tom Hanks is Robert Langdon. Dawn of the Dead on Blu-ray. I do like this movie a lot. There's the cover that I want for it. Pretty awesome movie. Definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Dawn of the Dead. Kind of like The Walking Dead, but only in movie format. Love this movie. Love Ving Rhames in the movie, too. Dawn of the Planet Apes on Blu-ray. I don't remember much about this. I know it was okay, but I only saw it one time. Daredevil on DVD. I don't remember much about that movie. I saw it one time when it came out. Date Movie on DVD. Yeah, don't remember anything about it. Saw it once when it came out. The Day After Tomorrow on Blu-ray. I've seen this movie many times. It's okay. It could have been better. It's one of those disaster flicks directed by Roland Emmerich, and I tend to like his movies, even though they're all the same. Moonfall, 2012, they all kind of follow the same pattern, but I like this, and I just watched this yesterday, actually, for like the 5th or 6th time. Daylight on DVD. I actually like this movie a lot. It's not a Stallone movie that gets talked about a lot, but I really like it. It's definitely probably in my top 20 favorite Stallone movies. Keep in mind, a lot of those movies are Rocky movies. The Dead on Blu-ray. Saw this when I bought it. I don't remember anything about it. Oh, and we have movies falling over. So that means I'm going to stop the video. Alright, I'm back after picking up some movies that fell over. Continuing on. Deadpool on Blu-ray. Everybody loves Deadpool. I think it's okay, but I don't necessarily like it as much as some people do. Deadpool 2, pretty fun. I like Josh Brolin as Cable in the movie on Blu-ray. Death Wish on Blu-ray. I remember really being excited about this movie, but I don't really remember much about it. I remember it's kind of like his family gets killed. I want to say I liked it, but I'm kind of drawing a blank on what happened in the movie, and yeah. Deep Blue Sea on DVD. I really like this movie. A lot of people hate it, think it's a waste of their time. I don't know, I just enjoy it. Deep Impact on DVD. It's a pretty good movie. Not as good as Armageddon, though, but more serious than Armageddon. Deep Rising on DVD. Pretty good sci-fi flick. I watched this when I was a teenager a lot. I have the VHS copy of it, or at least I think I have it still. It's okay. Nothing special, though. Deja Blue on DVD. Pretty good movie with Denzel Washington. Demolition Man on DVD. I do believe that there's going to... No, Demolition Man on 4K. I do believe there's going to be a 4K... Demolition Man on Blu-ray. I do believe there's going to be a 4K release of this. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. Hence, the Demolition Man poster right there. Love this movie. It still holds up. Awesome for its time. Den of Thieves on Blu-ray. It was okay, although I don't remember much about it. The Departed on Blu-ray. Love this movie. It's in my top 10 of all time. If it's not top 10 still, it's top 20 for sure. Derailed on DVD. Pretty good movie with Jennifer Aniston and Clive Owen. God damn it. Diary of the Dead on DVD. It's okay, although I don't remember much about it. Die Hard on 4K. Pretty awesome movie for its time. I watched this for the first time last year and really liked Die Hard. Die Hard 2. Die Harder on Blu-ray. Pretty good follow-up. Obviously not as good as Die Hard. Die Hard with a Vengeance on DVD. This was my first movie, or my first introduction into the Die Hard franchise when I watched this on pay-per-view in 1995. It's pretty good. My second favorite Die Hard movie. Dirty Grandpa on Blu-ray. I've seen this one time in the theater. Thought it was hilarious, but I don't really remember much about it other than that. Disorganized Crime on DVD. Pretty awesome movie. It's a movie that I used to watch over and over and over again. Just really funny. It used to be one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't even think it's in my top 100 now. Maybe it is. Disturbia on DVD. I really like this movie. Not one of my favorites of all time, but it's good. Django Unchained on DVD. It's okay. Pretty good. Not the biggest fan of Tarantino, though. Dr. Sleep on Blu-ray. I watched this one time, and I thought it was really good. Maybe my opinion would change if I watched it again, but really good movie from what I remember. Rose the Hat was pretty awesome. Doctor Strange on Blu-ray. I don't like Doctor Strange, but some people do. I think it's one of the worst Marvel movies, the original Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness on 4K. This was better than the original Doctor Strange, but I don't know. There's some things in it and some directions they went that I didn't like. Dog on Blu-ray. Yeah, it was okay at best. Don't Breathe on Blu-ray. Awesome movie. Definitely an awesome movie. Surprise movie that was really good. Don't Breathe 2 on 4K. Not a big fan of this movie. It's not terrible, but the direction it takes is just weird. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead on DVD. It's okay. Downsizing on Blu-ray. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. I had really high expectations for the movie too, and it was terrible, as my nose itches. Draft Day on Blu-ray. Love this movie. I think it's in my top 100. Closer to 50, I believe. Like 60 or something like that. We've got something moving around in here. Drag Me to Hell on DVD. I've only seen this one time, and when I watched it the first time, I didn't like it. It might be a movie I need to rewatch, but yeah, some people really like that movie. I did not, but I've only watched it one time when it came out. Dreamcatcher on DVD. Don't remember a lot about this. I think I've watched it twice, maybe once. Ugh. Dumb and Dumber on DVD. Pretty funny movie. That's what I want to say. Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? That's what I take away from that. Date Night. No, not Date Night. Due Date on DVD. It was funny. Obviously, you can tell that Zach Galifianakis annoys the hell out of Robert Downey Jr. Duplex on DVD. Don't remember much about that. Saw it when it first came out. Eagle Eye on DVD. It was okay. Not as good as I thought it was going to be, though. Easy A on DVD. It was pretty good. Not one of my favorites of all time, though. We got another stack. Edge of Tomorrow on DVD or on Blu-ray or Live Die Repeat. I call it Edge of Tomorrow. I like this movie a lot, although maybe I need to rewatch it. Maybe my opinion would change on it. Eight-Legged Freaks on DVD. Yeah, I don't remember much about it, but I did watch it. El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. I would prefer to put this in the TV show section, but it's a movie. It was good. Not as good as I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't bad by any means. Elysium on Blu-ray. Pretty good. End of Days on Blu-ray. I haven't watched that since it came out. I bought it on Blu-ray with the intention of watching it again. Enemy of the State on DVD. Really like this movie. One of my favorite Will Smith movies, although he has a lot of good movies that I like, despite him slapping Chris Rock. Eraser on DVD. I haven't watched this movie since I owned it on VHS in like 95. I remember it being okay. I want to watch it again. That's why I bought it. Escape Plan on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie with Schwarzenegger and Stallone. Escape Plan 2 on Blu-ray. This was not as good. And I didn't even buy the third one. Eternals on Blu-ray. Not a good movie. No, Eternals on 4K. Not the best movie, although better than I thought it was going to be because so many people said it was so horrible. Yeah, when people say a movie's so horrible, I end up liking it because it's better. Event Horizon on DVD. Pretty good movie. Pretty good sci-fi flick from the mid-90s. Everything Must Go on DVD. Pretty good movie. I usually don't like Will Ferrell, so this is one good Will Ferrell movie. Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 on Blu-ray. I have not seen Evil Dead 2 yet. I know. I saw the first Evil Dead. Wasn't really a fan of it. I will watch Evil Dead 2 at some point this year. And then we, of course, have the Evil Dead remake on Blu-ray. This was an awesome movie. Really liked it. Executive Decision on DVD. Good movie. A great Steven Seagal movie. Exit Wounds on DVD. This thing is beat up. I don't know how it got so beat up, but it's okay. I only saw it once, I think, when it first came out. The Expendables on DVD. This movie I should love, but I don't like it. I tried watching it for the second time like within the past 6 months, and I just couldn't get through it. Expendables 2 on Blu-ray. I don't really remember much about it. I remember liking it more than the first one, surprisingly, though. And Expendables 3 on Blu-ray. Again, 2 and 3 kind of gel together for me, so I don't remember really what happened in both of them. I think it was better than the first one, though, even though the first one should be the best one because it had the most awesome cast, I think. Extremely Close and Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close on DVD. I saw this in the theater. It was okay, and I have yet to revisit it. Face Off on DVD. Awesome fucking movie. Family Man on Blu-ray. I've watched that one time when it came out in 2000 and have yet to rewatch it. I bought it with the intention of rewatching it. Fantastic Four on DVD. It's okay. Fantastic Four 2, Rise of the Silver Surfer on DVD. Wasn't as good as the first one, in my opinion. Faster on Blu-ray. It was pretty good. At one point, this was my favorite Dwayne Johnson movie. Yeah. Now it's like my 8th, if even. Fast and Furious. This was good. That's what yeah, the Fast and the Furious. I couldn't remember what it was actually called. Too Fast, Too Furious. Surprisingly enough, I've never actually watched this in full. I need to do that, though. I hear it's good. Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift. I've only watched the end of this movie. I have to watch them all. I really do. I don't know why I haven't yet. Got another stack here for you. Fast and Furious. This was okay. This first one I saw in the theater, so didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to, though. But it was okay. Fast 5 on Blu-ray. Awesome fucking movie. They really took it up a notch in Fast 5. And then we have Fast and Furious 6 on Blu-ray Steelbook. I love this movie. This is my, I think, either 5 or 6 is my favorite Fast and the Furious movie. They fluctuate, but I love this movie. Should have been the end of the franchise. Furious 7 on Blu-ray. I'm surprised at how much money this did. It's a touching movie because of the death of Paul Walker. It's okay, but it's one of those movies that continuously has the same action sequences that get on my nerves. The Fate of the Furious on Blu-ray. That was okay. Oof. Hobbs and Shaw on 4K. It was okay. I think I've only watched it one time. F9, The Fast Saga on 4K. Not a fan of that movie. Felon on DVD. Pretty good movie. Fever Pitch on DVD. It's okay. A Few Good Men on DVD. I have yet to finish this movie. I know it's supposed to be this amazing movie. Just kind of bores me. Field of Dreams on DVD. Awesome movie. Not one of my favorites of all time, though. 50 Shades of Grey on DVD. Or no, on 4K. No. God damn it. On Blu-ray. Yeah. I don't really have an opinion. I've seen it, though. 50 Shades Darker on Blu-ray. Yeah. All of them seem the same to me, so I can't remember which one's which. 50 Shades Free on Blu-ray. All of them were relatively okay, though. They weren't terrible movies. Fight Club on DVD. I have yet to actually really like this movie. I know people fucking love this movie. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. I wouldn't even say it's okay. It's like in between hate and okay to me. Fighting with My Family on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. Final Destination on DVD. Love this movie. Final Destination 2 on DVD. Pretty good follow-up to the original. Except for one decision they make in the end pisses me off, but still good. Final Destination 3 on DVD. I don't really remember much about this movie. I saw it in the theater, and that's all I remember. Final Destination 5, yes, on Blu-ray. I am missing Final Destination 4, but I have the DVD, or the Blu-ray 4-pack, Final Destination, Final Destination, Final Destination 2, and Final Destination 3. I have not seen the fourth one, so, yeah. That's why I got it, because that was the way I could find it. The Firm on DVD, it's okay. First Daughter on DVD. I always like this movie. It's cheesy to some people, though. Flight on Blu-ray. Awesome movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. Great Denzel Washington flick. In fact, I think it's my favorite Denzel Washington flick. Flight of the Phoenix on DVD. Bought it when it first came out. Never watched it. I think I put it on once. That's as far as I got. Flight Plan on DVD. It was okay. Focus on Blu-ray. Yeah, I don't remember much about it. I remember, like, him planting something in somebody's head, so they say this number. Margot Robbie's in it, Will Smith, obviously, but I don't remember really a lot about it. I remember liking it, but not loving it. For Love the Game on DVD. I like this movie, although I haven't seen it since it came out on VHS. Forces of Nature on DVD. It was okay. Forrest Gump on DVD. Definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Should probably own it on Blu-ray if it's available. Forgetting Sarah Marshall on DVD. Pretty funny movie. When I first saw it, I didn't like it, but every time I've rewatched it since, I've liked it even more. Fracture on DVD. I don't remember much about that movie. Frailty on Blu-ray. Have yet to finish this one. I hear it's really good. Freaky Friday on DVD. That was pretty funny. I like it. I know most would disagree, but I like it. Free Guy on Blu-ray. I wasn't the biggest fan of this movie. I didn't hate it, but I also didn't love it either. Don't Fall. Frequency on DVD. Pretty good movie. Because Frequency on Blu-ray. I like this movie a lot. It's fun. A lot of fun. I was really happy when I bought that when it first came out. Now we have the Friday the 13th 8-movie Blu-ray set, which includes Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th 2, Friday the 13th 3D, Friday the 13th The Final Chapter, Friday the 13th Part 5 A New Beginning, Friday the 13th Part 6 Jason Lives, Friday the 13th Part 7 The New Blood, and Friday the 13th Part 8 Jason Takes Manhattan. I'm a big Jason fan. Some of these movies aren't very good, but most of them I like. So yeah, but there's more of where that came from because I, of course, have the Friday the 13th 2009 remake or reboot on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. And then we have the Friday the 13th. This is a really fun collection. The Scream Factory box set of all the Friday the 13th movies, including Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell, the Final Friday. I think that's in here. They should be. And it has Freddy versus Jason in there as well. I have all these copies solo as well on DVD. I have a friend that borrowed them all and has yet to return them. So, unfortunately, I can't show all those. But yeah, awesome, awesome movies. Friends with Benefits on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. Fright Night on Blu-ray. It's okay. From Dusk Till Dawn on DVD. And From Dusk Till Dawn on Blu-ray. This is probably my favorite Tarantino movie, surprisingly enough. What the hell did I do here? I messed something up, so I need to fix it. There we go. Okay. The Fugitive on DVD. Awesome fucking movie. Love The Fugitive. One of my favorite movies of all time. Fun with Dick and Jane on DVD. I don't remember much about that movie. Funny People on DVD. It's okay. Galaxy Quest on DVD. It's alright. A little overrated in my opinion. Game Night on Blu-ray. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. It was okay. Game Plan on DVD. Yeah, I didn't really like it that much. One of the Rock's Disney movies that were terrible. Gangs of New York on DVD. I have yet to finish this movie. I know. Geostorm on Blu-ray. This was pretty good. I liked it. G.I. Joe the movie. Yeah, I haven't watched this since probably 1990, but I wanted to buy it on DVD just in case I want to watch it again. Gemini Man on Blu-ray. That was okay at best. Probably not one of my favorite Will Smith movies, though. Definitely not in the top 10, I'd say. Get Hard on Blu-ray. It was okay. Get Out on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. Not one of my favorites of all time, though. Ghost on DVD. Good movie. Ghost Ship on DVD. A lot of people like this movie. I did not. It's not terrible, though. Ghosts of Girlfriend's Past on DVD. Never finished it. I know. I say that a lot. Ghost of Mars on DVD. Now, people shit on this movie. I actually really like this movie because it has Natasha Henstridge and Ice Cube in it. I like it. It's one of my favorite John Carpenter movies. I know people hate it. They think it's trash and cheesy, but I like it. Ghost Rider on DVD. Not as good, but it's worth watching, I guess, one time. Ghostbusters on Blu-ray. It's okay. That's the 1980 version, or whatever year it came out, 84. Ghostbusters 2 on DVD. Yeah, this wasn't as good. I didn't even get it on Blu-ray. I don't even know if it's out. Ghostbusters, whatever the hell year this came out, this movie sucks. There are some people that will defend that movie. It sucks. It's fucking certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. This piece of shit movie, certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. No, movie sucks. And then, of course, Ghostbusters Afterlife on 4K. Pretty good movie. Not one of my favorites, though. I say that a lot. G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra on DVD. It's okay. G.I. Joe, Retaliation on Blu-ray. It's okay. I was thinking it was going to be better, though. Girl on Train on Blu-ray. They're alright. A girlfriend of mine liked it and wanted to watch it, so I bought it. Gladiator on DVD. Pretty awesome movie. Russell Crowe is phenomenal in it. The Godfather Blu-ray set, which of course includes The Godfather, The Godfather 2, and The Godfather 3. And guess what? I started watching the original Godfather and watched about 45 minutes of it, and that's as much as I've gotten into this series. I, at some point, want to watch all these movies. I just haven't got a chance to do that yet. Gone Girl. Pretty good movie. Is this directed? David Fincher has some interesting movies, and it's a good performance by Ben Affleck. And then we have Gone in 60 Seconds on DVD. Love this movie. In addition to having Gone in 60 Seconds on DVD, I also have Gone in 60 Seconds on Blu-ray. Fun movie. Definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Closer to 50 than it is 100. And I just really enjoy it. I think it's the characters and kind of the cars. And I'm also a big fan of Nicolas Cage and Timothy Olyphant, who, of course, are both in that movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Some have seen the original. Check out that one. Good Boys on Blu-ray. I was told this was really funny, bought it, watched it, and didn't like it. A Good Day to Die Hard on Blu-ray. Well, I just rewatched this for my Die Hard franchise ranking, and I can safely say that this is the worst Die Hard movie of all time. It's not as bad as people say it is, but it's definitely not good, and I don't know if I'll ever watch this movie again. Even if they make another Die Hard movie, I might just skip it, because I don't think anything could be as worse as that. The Good Shepherd on DVD. Bought it when it came out, never finished watching it. So, yeah, that happens a lot with me. The Good Son on DVD. Macaulay Culkin, Elijah Wood. Really good movie. Not one of my all-time favorites, but really good nonetheless. Good Will Hunting on DVD. A lot of people think that this movie is critically acclaimed. While it's good, I don't think it's as good. It's an okay watch for me, but it's not one of my favorites. Maybe that's because I watched it when I didn't like Ben Affleck or Matt Damon, and now I do like Matt Damon, so maybe I should rewatch it soon. Goodfellas on DVD. Definitely a movie that's in my top 100. Fucking phenomenal movie. The dialogue, the characters. Check it out if you haven't. Although I'm not the biggest fan of mobster movies, I do like Goodfellas. Goonies! Cult classic. Love this movie. Not in my top 100, though. Gravity on Blu-ray. I guess I forgot to tell you that Goonies was on DVD. This movie was not good. That's all I got to say about it. I watched it all the way through, too. The Green Mile on DVD. This is a great movie. Good performance by Tom Hanks and Michael Clark Duncan. Directed by Frank Darabont. Really like it, although it doesn't crack my top 100. Kind of long. Gremlins on DVD. Yeah, this is okay. It's a movie I watched a lot when I was a kid. Doesn't crack my top 100. What can I say? Gremlins 2, the new batch. Not a big fan of this one on DVD. This one is not even close to the original, in my opinion. Gridiron Gang on DVD. I never finished watching this movie when it first. I put it on, and I was playing some sort of game while I was watching it, and then turned it off after the game was done. Groundhog Day on DVD. Cult classic. Fun movie. Definitely, or I should say, doesn't crack my top 100, but it's certainly worth watching. A lot of DVDs here. Grown Ups on DVD. This movie had a lot of potential. It had its moments, but didn't live up to the potential, and it definitely doesn't crack my top 100. And it was so not interesting that I didn't even buy the sequel. The Grudge on DVD, the one with Sarah Michelle Gellar. I've only watched this movie once and don't really remember much about it, so it was a long time ago. I seem to remember it being good, but I don't recall exactly if that was the case. Grudge Match on Blu-ray. I'm a big Sylvester Stallone fan, so anything with Stallone I'm usually checking out. This was okay. Kevin Hart's in it, which he had a solid performance in it. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Is that what it's called? I guess it's not called Volume 1. This is good. I don't like it as much as most people do, but it's still really good, and I'm gradually working up to the point of liking it, but it doesn't crack my top 100. I don't even know where it stands in my top 10 or top Marvel movies. It'd probably be top 20. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on Blu-ray. This was okay. I'm happy that Sylvester Stallone was in it. But definitely not as good as the first one. The reunion of Tango and Cash in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Halloween 1978, or John Carpenter's Halloween on DVD. This is good. It's a classic. I don't like it as much as some people do, but I still like it a lot, and I watch it. Well, I've been watching it every year because we keep having another fucking Halloween coming out, our Halloween movie coming out, but good. I don't think this is good. It's kind of slow and boring, and I think Jamie Lee Curtis's performance is a little overrated. I think Scout Taylor Compton actually was better as Laurie Strode than Jamie Lee Curtis. I know it's a hot take. Halloween 2 from 1981. I actually like this more than the original Halloween. I know it's a hot take. Actually, honestly, with these two movies, my opinion flip-flops. These movies flip-flop more than any other Halloween movie. But I like this one I like the atmosphere of the hospital. I think it's a lot more creepier and eerier. Michael Myers is much more violent and vicious in this movie. My issue with this movie is the walk of Michael Myers. The robotic Dick Warlock walk drives me fucking nuts. But still one of my favorite Halloween movies. Top 3 or top 2, depending on what day it is. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch on Blu-ray. I've never been a fan of this movie. I've watched it probably 5 times. I liked it a little bit more on my most recent rewatch a month or 2 ago, but it still doesn't interest me that much. I don't know if I'll ever rewatch it again. Probably will when another Halloween movie comes out. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers on DVD. This is my favorite Halloween movie of all time. Yes, I love this fucking movie. I think this is the best Halloween movie. I'm a big fan of Danielle Harris, and of course, she's kind of the co-star with Ellie Cornell in this one. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers on DVD. Not a fan of this movie. I used to really like it, but now I don't. I do like the cover of the movie. That's one good thing about it. Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers on DVD. It's definitely one of my favorite Halloween movies, at least the top half of them. I think it's a lot of fun. It's intense. Michael Myers is intense. The characters are a little annoying, but I still like the movie. The atmosphere is really good. And then we have Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, the unrated producer's cut. I got it with the intention of watching it, and I still haven't watched it yet. So maybe one of these days I'll check that one out. Halloween Resurrection on... No, this is not Halloween Resurrection, in my opinion. I'm misspeaking all the time now. Halloween H2O on DVD. This one's a lot of fun. I remember really liking this when I saw it in the theater. It's okay. It stays kind of in the middle of my Halloween franchise as far as where I rank them. Alright, now we get to Halloween Resurrection on DVD. This movie fucking sucks. It's the worst Halloween movie and one of the worst movies ever. I've watched it probably 5 times, at least. Probably 5 times too many. Then we have the combo pack of Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I used to like the first Halloween of Rob Zombie's more, but now I actually like the second one more because it's more intense. And that opening sequence with Scout Taylor Compton at the hospital was fucking amazing. And then Michael Myers stabbing that chick like 19 times. They're an acquired taste, but I still like Halloween 2 and Halloween 1 sometimes, or Halloween 2007. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Got another stack here. We have Halloween 2018 on Blu-ray. It's okay. I like it. Halloween Kills on 4K. I'm a big fan of Halloween Kills. I like it. I went into it wanting a Michael Myers movie, like a Michael Myers badass movie, and that's exactly what we got. The only issues with the movie are really Evil Dies Tonight. Other than that, I like it a lot. It ranks top 5 of my favorite Halloween movies of all time. Halloween Ends on 4K. Not a fan of this movie. Initially, when I watched it, I thought, I'm not really sure what my opinion is on it because I didn't know what to think. I wasn't expecting what we got in this. I do like the last 10, 15 minutes of the movie, but the rest of it, I'm just not a fan, and it's definitely in the lower third of my Halloween movies. Yes, I have it already. I got that movie 4 weeks early. Something to rattle around in here. Hancock on DVD. This movie could have been a lot better. It's still good, but not one of my favorites. There's some things that they did and decisions that they did that are made that I didn't like. The Hangover on DVD. Fun movie. It may be in my top 100. I'm not sure. I'd have to check my top 100. Might be just out of the top 100. It's close. The Hangover Part 2 on Blu-ray. Not a fan of this one. I mean, the characters are still in it, but I don't know. It's just the least interesting Hangover movie in my opinion. Because I think Hangover Part 3 is better than Part 2 on Blu-ray. Not the best compared to the first one, but decent, but definitely nowhere near my top 100. Happy Gilmore on DVD. This is a movie that I have not owned because people love it so much, and I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I finally broke down and bought it. Yeah, it's okay, but I'm a big fan of Billy Madison and think Billy Madison is much better than this, but maybe it's not, but it's my opinion, so Happy Gilmore, yeah. Maybe I'll watch it again soon. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle on DVD. That's a fun movie. Not near my 100 though, top 100. Harold and Kumar Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay. Not a fan of this sequel. It's okay, but definitely nowhere near the first one, at least from what I remember. He's Just Not That Into You. This was my ex-girlfriend's movie. Somehow it got into my movies, and because Jennifer Aniston's in it and Scarlett Johansson, I decided to make sure that I keep the movie so I didn't have to buy it myself. I don't remember much about it. I remember it being okay, though. I could be wrong on that, though. Too many people in the movie. Head of State on DVD. Don't remember much about this. I know I watched it when it came out, though. I want to say it was okay at best. Heat on DVD. I was thinking that this movie was going to be a lot better with the cast that it had, and it kind of disappointed me. Not that it's bad, but my expectations were so high for it. The Heat with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy. Is that Dusty, or is that just... Yeah, it's just the cover of the thing. Started watching this for about 15 minutes and then turned it off and never revisited it, which is strange because Sandra Bullock's in it, and I'm a big fan of hers. Here Comes the Boom on Blu-ray. Fun movie where Kevin James becomes an MMA fighter. Fun movie. I like it, but not one of my favorites of all time by any means. Hereditary on Blu-ray. This is a fun movie. A creepy horror movie, and I would recommend it. People talk about it, though, so I'm not going to go into details, but a really good movie. And there's a scene that happens that you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, Hereditary was definitely good. Hide and Seek on DVD. Well, I watched this movie a long time ago, and I really don't remember anything about it. And why is Elizabeth Shue not on the cover? Isn't she in it? I want to say she is. Well, I think Elizabeth Shue's in it, and she's not even featured on the cover. That's weird. I guess I'll have to watch it again, because I don't remember shit about that movie. Here's one of my favorites. Hitch on DVD. I don't remember where this ranks. It was in my top 100. Maybe it still is. It's a fun movie. I like it. I'm a big fan of Will Smith in this and Kevin James. I enjoy it. All right, we've got another double disc set. Hollow Man and Hollow Man 2 on Blu-ray. I watched the original Hollow Man when it came out in 2000. I really don't remember much about it other than Elizabeth Shue. Yeah, I just mentioned her, and she's in this one too. And I never saw Hollow Man 2. So, yeah, I don't know. I have no comment. Home Alone on DVD. Fun movie. Definitely watch that every Christmas year. Not one of my top 100, though. Home Alone 2 on DVD. Another fun movie. One of my Christmas go-to movies for sure. Horrible Bosses on Blu-ray. This is okay. Could have been a lot better, though. Horrible Bosses 2 on Blu-ray. Not as good as the first one, but still watchable. I need some water. Hostage on DVD. This is a really fun movie. If you want an action-packed Bruce Willis movie that maybe isn't as well known, it's definitely not Die Hard. Hostage is pretty fucking good. I'd recommend it. The Hot Chick on DVD. It's been a while since I've watched this. When it came out is when I watched it, and I remember it being okay at best. I know I repeat myself with that line, but it's the truth. Hot Tub Time Machine on DVD. I saw this in the theater and haven't went back to it since. It's okay from what I remember, I think. Ken Sledge Would Be Happy. The original House. Yes, if you want to see a horror movie YouTube channel, go to Sledgehammer Horror. House is Ken Sledge's favorite movie of all time, and this is a movie I watched before seeing his channel. It's pretty good. It's not one of my favorites, though. In addition to House, of course, I have House 2, The Second Story. I watched these movies when I was a kid, and honestly, I hate to say it, but Ken's going to be upset with me. When I was a kid, I actually liked House 2 more because it was a more fun movie where House is kind of boring and slow. My opinion, I don't know. I actually rewatched them both, and I think House is a little bit better now. So I guess he would be happy in the long run. House of a Thousand Corpses on DVD. You know, I saw this movie when it came out, and actually House 2 is on Blu-ray. It's an import, though, so it looked different to me. But I haven't seen this movie since it came out. I don't remember anything about it, so yeah. I guess I'm not a true horror movie fan because I don't remember anything. Uh-oh, here's a stinker. Howard the Duck on DVD. This isn't one of the best movies of all time. It doesn't crack my top 100, but damn, sometimes I just really like this movie. It's got some funny lines in it. And yeah, I don't hate the movie. I like it to a degree. The Hunger Games on Blu-ray. It's okay. I never finished watching all those. I don't remember which ones I've watched, but I know I need to watch the last two and possibly more after that. I Am Legend on Blu-ray. No. I Am Legend on DVD. Pretty good movie. I'm not a fan of the ending. And because I'm not a fan of the ending, actually a fan of the channel sent me this. I Am Legend on 4K, and it has an alternate ending that's better, and apparently there's a sequel coming that may get rid of the original ending and go off of the alternate ending, which if that's the case, I might like it more. But yeah, it's okay. There's a very sad moment in the movie, no matter what version you watch. I Am Number 4 on DVD, another Timothy Oliphant movie that I actually enjoy. DJ Caruso is the director of this, and it's one of those movies that I wanted a sequel for, and never got one. But it's okay, from what I remember. Been a while since I've seen it, though. Don't fall down. iRobot on DVD. I remember going to this with a date, and she was crying the whole movie because robots were being killed in it. It's okay. It's not one of my favorite Will Smith movies, but it probably ranks in the top 15. Of course, he hasn't done that many movies, so maybe it might be top 10, possibly. I don't know. I Spit on Your Grave on DVD. This movie is weird. It was recommended to me because shit that happens in the movie, and it's interesting, that's for sure. I actually like it to a degree. It's not one of my favorites, that's for sure, but it's okay. Not really that scary, though. It's more brutal than scary. Identity on DVD. This is an awesome movie. If you haven't seen this movie yet, check it out. It's pretty good. It's interesting with the routes they go on with things in there. I ate a lot of food when I took a break, and I have trouble talking, so that's why I'm like, I'll try to slow it down so I don't fumble my words as much on this, but yeah, in case you're wondering. Identity Theft on Blu-ray. This was okay. I'm not a big fan of Melissa McCarthy, so yeah, that's my opinion on that. Only watched it once. Probably will never watch it again. In Time on Blu-ray. This one, I was expecting to like it a lot more than I did. I was disappointed with the movie. I'm not a big fan of Amanda Seyfried. It's just my opinion, though. Inception on Blu-ray. I believe this is the first Blu-ray that I ever bought. My expectations for the movie, I don't feel like they were met. I think it's a movie that I need to rewatch in full to see what my opinion is of the movie now, but it's certainly was groundbreaking, that's for sure. The Incredible Hulk on DVD. I liked this movie. I know some people hate on it, but I think this is a fun movie and I enjoy it. It certainly would be in the top half of my favorite Marvel movies of all time. I think. Maybe. Top 20. I guess there's, 30 Marvel movies? So maybe it doesn't crack the top 15 because there are some pretty good movies in the series. Boy. Here's a fun one. Independence Day on Blu-ray. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's definitely top 20, if not top 10. Really enjoy it. And we have the sequel, Independence Day Resurgence. Now, I remember I was going to see this in the theater, and I looked at the score on IMDb a couple hours before I went to the theater, and it rated it like a 3.1 out of 10. I was not that disappointed by the movie. I actually enjoyed it for the most part. There's some flaws, and obviously Will Smith doesn't come back, Stephen Hiller, but I actually like this movie to a degree. I think it's not comparable with the first one, but it's not as bad as people say it is. I'll defend Independence Day Resurgence against anything. Inferno. So, part 3 of the Robert Langdon movies, and I didn't like it on Blu-ray. Yeah, I don't remember what really happened. Well, I kind of do, but I don't want to say anything because it might be a spoiler. The Infiltrator on Blu-ray. Story with this movie is a girlfriend of mine. She hates going to movies, and finally she went to go see this movie. After 10 plus years of dating her off and on, she finally said she wanted to see this movie in the theater, and she was bored out of her mind. I thought it was okay. Another good Bryan Cranston performance, but it could have been better. Inside Man on DVD. Fun movie, interesting movie, great performance by Denzel Washington and Clive Owen. Check it out if you haven't yet. It's nothing groundbreaking though, but I enjoyed it. Haven't watched it in a while. Insidious on Blu-ray. This is okay. That's all I got to say. Insidious Chapter 2 on Blu-ray. Again, okay. Okay to good, I would say, but not in my top 100. Insidious Chapter 3 on Blu-ray. Haven't watched it yet. I plan on it. And Insidious, The Last Key. Haven't watched that one yet either on Blu-ray. Okay, I sense these are going to fall over soon. They better not. Interstellar on Blu-ray. I was hoping this movie would be a lot better. It was good, but I didn't like what they did in it. But it's not terrible. Interview with the Vampire on DVD. That's okay. Into the Blue on DVD. Big fan of Paul Walker, so obviously I want to own as many Paul Walker movies as I can, and it doesn't hurt that Jessica Alba's in the movie too, and it was pretty good from what I remember, although it's been a while since I've seen it. I didn't see it right away when it came out, but I did see it. Intolerable Cruelty on DVD, and I've never watched this. Again, I buy these movies and then don't watch them. I don't just go to like a Pawn America or a flea market place and just pick out movies. I buy them and they sit on my shelves for years. Or in that case, decades. Invisible Man on Blu-ray. This movie I put on for about 20 minutes shortly after it came out and turned it off. I don't think I even gave it 20 minutes and thought it was bad. And then finally this year, I went to watch it again and absolutely loved it. And then last night I tried to rewatch it again and turned it off after like 20 minutes. But I had other things on my mind because I was in my Avatar high after seeing Avatar, The Way of Water, or whatever the hell name of the movie's called. Iron Man on DVD. Very good movie to start off the MCU. They didn't know what they had when they made Iron Man. No, don't you fall over. Iron Man 2 on DVD. Not a fan of this one. I don't like it. I've only watched it twice, I think. Iron Man 3 on Blu-ray. I think this is better than Iron Man 2, but it's probably in the bottom half of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU, I think. I'm not sure, though. God, it would be tough to do a ranking of the MCU universe. Avengers Endgame, hands down, is my number 1. The Island on DVD. Fun movie. Saw it in the theaters. And watched it a few times on DVD. It's good. I liked it on Blu-ray. It's a fun movie. However, as I burp, It Chapter 2, not good on Blu-ray. Didn't like this. Too long. Boring. Bring back the kids. It Takes Two on DVD. Well, that sucks that Kirstie Alley died, but I actually really like this movie. It's a movie that I watched when I was a kid, although I wasn't really a kid. I was more like a teenager. And I don't know, for some reason I really liked it and wanted to buy all the movies that I liked, even if I liked them a little bit as a kid. So I probably will never watch it again. I haven't watched it since I bought it again. I had it on VHS at one point. J. Edgar on Blu-ray. Never watched it. Didn't even put it in yet. But I wanted to watch it because DiCaprio was in it. Jack Reacher on Blu-ray. I've watched it and don't really remember much about it. I remember liking it, but now I don't remember anything about it. Jack Reacher 2 or Jack Reacher Never Go Back. I don't remember anything about it on Blu-ray. Sorry. Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit on Blu-ray. Somebody begged me to go see this in the theater. It was okay, but could have been a lot better. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back on DVD. This movie's fucking hilarious. I love it. There's so many funny things that happen in this movie. It's a classic. Wait a minute. I was going to say something's mixed up here. I'm missing a movie, but I found it. Jay and Silent Bob reboot. People shit on this and don't like it. I actually liked it. Now, is it a masterpiece? No. Is it as good as Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back? No. But it's kind of the same movie redone a little bit, but I enjoyed it for the most part. Here's another double pack. Jeepers Creepers and Jeepers Creepers 2. I watched Jeepers Creepers this year. It was okay. Haven't had a chance to watch Jeepers Creepers 2 on Blu-ray. Not sure if I'm going to watch it. I don't know if I have interest. Jennifer's Body on DVD. Fun movie. Didn't like it when I first saw it, but the more times I watch it, the better it gets, and I'm always a sucker for anything Megan Fox. Show Me the Money. Jerry Maguire on DVD. This movie isn't as good as people think it is. It's okay. It's got heart, but it's annoying with Cuba Gooding. It's like Halloween or Halloween Kills with Evil Dies Tonight. Show me the money. That's what I recall from it. Jersey Girl on DVD. This is a fun movie. It's not one of my top 100, but I do like it. I think Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back does crack my top 100 if I remember correctly. Jigsaw on Blu-ray. This is okay. Could have been a lot better, and it doesn't. The continuity with this movie compared to all the other movies probably doesn't fit really that good. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. But I still enjoy it. A lot of people put it towards the bottom of their Saw ranking, and actually for me, it's probably towards the bottom. But I don't hate it. Joe Somebody on DVD. I've never watched this movie. I bought it again when it came out and never watched it. John Q on DVD. This is an awesome movie. Excellent performance by Denzel Washington. It also has Anne Heche, rest in peace. Just a really fun, well, not necessarily fun, but drama-filled, sad moments where you're happy. Good movie. Don't want to say anything else about it. The premise of the movie is Denzel Washington, because they won't provide his son health care because he has a heart condition, he takes a hospital hostage. Yeah. John Wick on Blu-ray. It's okay. I don't think I like the movies as much as other people do. John Wick Chapter 2 on Blu-ray. I don't really remember much about Chapter 2 or Chapter 3. John Wick Chapter 3 on Blu-ray. Once the next one comes out, I'm going to rewatch all those movies. But from what I remember, I like the original John Wick a lot more than the other ones. But I think I do need to rewatch those because I think my opinion may change. Joker on Blu-ray. I didn't like this movie. I know everybody absolutely loves it. I did not. I still bought it, though. I saw it in the theater and haven't watched it again yet. Jonah Hex on DVD. Megan Fox is in it. I started watching it, but never finished it when it came out. Joyride on DVD. Another Paul Walker movie that I really like, and it's a really underrated suspense thriller, and I would recommend it if you haven't seen it yet. Although I don't know how good it's aged, and I haven't seen it since probably 2005. Jumanji. It's okay on Blu-ray. It's nothing special. Jumanji, The Next Level on Blu-ray. I didn't like this one as much. I think the first one's a lot better, from what I recall. And the last movie in this row, Jumper on DVD. This is actually pretty good. I enjoyed it, and it's a movie that I wanted to see a sequel. Who directs this movie? It's a good question. I don't know if I'll be able to find out right now. Yes, I will. Okay, don't know him, but I remember it being good. All right, next row. Jupiter Ascending on Blu-ray. I was thinking this was going to be a lot better than it was, and really it's not worth watching. But yeah, I don't know if I'll ever watch it again. I'll still hold on to it, though, because I don't part with movies. Although Downsizing could be a movie I could get rid of. All right, so we have the Jurassic Park Ultimate Trilogy with Jurassic Park 1, Jurassic Park The Lost World, and Jurassic Park 3, I believe it's called. Is that right?
a nice set just to have all the Jurassic Park movies. And I like the first one, and I actually like the third one a little bit. The second one is the one I don't like, so I don't know. Jurassic World on Blu-ray. You know, initially when I saw this, I didn't like it. I was mad that this movie was doing so well at the box office, but watching it again and again and again, I like the movie now. But it doesn't crack my top 100. But I'm a fan of Chris Pratt in that for sure. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom on Blu-ray. This was okay. And then the dreaded Jurassic Park Dominion on 4K. Not a fan of this movie. I watched it once in the theater. I don't know if I'll watch it again. I bought it though, so maybe I should. Just go with it on Blu-ray. I like this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. And damn, Jennifer Aniston and Brooklyn Decker look hot as hell in this movie. I know it's got some issues with the Dolph, Nick Swardsden's character playing Dolph Lundgren. I am the Dolph Lundgren, and I'm a sheep herder, but man, I love the movie. Okay, we have the Justice League movie. Justice League. Not a fan of this one on Blu-ray. I do like the part where Ben Affleck says to Aquaman, I'm not the one with the pitchfork, or whatever he says. I think that's in that version. Just Married on DVD. Well, it's got Brittany Murphy in it, rest in peace. And I haven't watched this since this movie came out, but I remember liking it, but remember nothing about it. K9 on DVD. This was a fun movie. This is one of those movies when I was a kid that I used to watch all the time. I don't know how well it holds up. I haven't rewatched it, but I remember liking it. I don't think I'm going to like it as much now. The original Karate Kid on 4K. Great movie. Love it. Awesome. And Cobra Kai is fucking awesome as well. All right, and now we have more Karate Kid. We have the Karate Kid 2, the Karate Kid 3, and the newer Karate Kid version with Jaden Smith. Seen them all. Don't like the new one. I don't really like the third one as much, and the second one's okay. Miyagi! Keeping Up with the Joneses on Blu-ray. Not that good. Maybe it's okay. I don't know. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't very good either. Kill Bill and Kill Bill. Kill Bill Volume 1 and Kill Bill Volume 2 on Blu-ray. My boss made me watch these, and they're okay. He loves them. They're some of his favorite movies of all time, and I don't agree with that. Killers on DVD. I remember liking this movie, and now I remember nothing about it. I watched it when it first came out and haven't revisited it since. And my back is hurting me now. Kindergarten Cop on Blu-ray. Fucking awesome movie. Haven't watched it in a long time, but of course I bought it to watch it, and maybe someday soon I'll watch it again. Boys have a penis, and girls have a vagina. King Kong on DVD. This is the Peter Jackson King Kong. And I don't remember anything about it. I watched it, but I don't know. I think it was too long. Knives Out on Blu-ray. I have yet to watch this. I started watching it and then turned it off. I heard it was really good. Night and Day on DVD. Just like Killers, this is the movie that I've seen, I watched, liked it, and don't remember anything else about it. Knowing on DVD. I'm a fan of this movie. It's not the best movie, but it's certainly interesting, that's for sure. I'm a big fan of Nicolas Cage, of course. Had to pause for a few minutes to do some adjustments on my back because my back was all of a sudden bothering me. But continuing on, Kong Skull Island on Blu-ray, and I haven't watched it yet. Land of the Dead on Blu-ray. This was okay. It could have been better, but was still interesting. Not as good as Dawn of the Dead from 2004, my favorite zombie movie of all time. Last Action Hero on 4K. Bought this trying to watch it again because when I watched it as a kid, I didn't like it and didn't get very far into it. All the money I waste on movies that I don't watch. Ooh, this one's torn up. The Last Castle on DVD. So this was a movie that I owned, brand new, and then I got robbed, and then I had to replenish my movie collection while going to Pre-Played and Blockbuster at the time. I liked this movie and haven't watched it since it came out, but it's beat. Yep, it's a blockbuster movie, that's for sure. I did own it new at one point, though, but now I don't. Maybe I should watch that again. I remember Robert Redford having a good performance. Last House on the Left on Blu-ray. This is okay. Just watched this year, or last year. Law Abiding Citizen on DVD. This is a really fucked up movie. Really good movie. Big fan of Gerald Butler, especially in this one. Don't like Jamie Foxx as much, but awesome movie. Should probably get that on DVD or 4K. Nah, because it doesn't crack my top 100. I don't think it does. That's surprising. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen on DVD, and I don't recall if I've ever watched this. I don't know. I think I did. I might have stopped at a certain amount through the movie. Don't you fall over. Come on. A League of Their Own on DVD. A fun movie, especially if you're a baseball fan. Leaving Las Vegas on Blu-ray. This was pretty good. Big fan of Nicolas Cage and Elizabeth Shue in that one. Legend on DVD. Now, I haven't watched this movie since the 80s. I remember liking it a lot. And it's a Tom Cruise movie. It also has Tim Curry in it. I like it. I think I'd still like it, though. It's kind of a fantasy movie. All right, now we have the Leprechaun 7-film collection, which includes Leprechaun, Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun 3, Leprechaun 4 in Space, Leprechaun in the Hood, Leprechaun Back to the Hood, and Leprechaun Origins. I've seen the first 5 of these movies. It's been a while. I was a fan of Leprechaun 3, and I thought the original Leprechaun was okay at best. Haven't seen the rest of them. I was going to do a Leprechaun ranking for St. Patrick's Day, but I didn't want to put myself through the hell of trying to watch all those movies. And because I was going to do a ranking, I bought Leprechaun Returns. I hear this is a good one. I just, of course, haven't watched it yet because I didn't do the ranking. Maybe I'll do that in 2023. Let Me In on DVD. I don't really remember much about this. I remember watching it, and that's as far as I go. I believe it was good, but yeah, I'm not really remembering details of the movie, though. License to Drive on DVD. Big fan of this movie. I enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. I was a big fan of Corey Haim back in the day. It's sad what happened to him. Life on Blu-ray. This was pretty good. I wasn't expecting something that happened in this movie to happen, but I would suggest watching it. You could kind of think it's an alien movie with some of the things that happen in it, but it's not as far as we know. Life as We Know It on DVD. This is pretty good. Nothing special, though, but it's good. I saw it in the theater and then bought it and watched it once or twice since. Limitless on Blu-ray. Big fan of this movie. Love that. Love this movie. And I liked the TV show. This is definitely in my top 100 of all time. I think it's in the top 50. Little Nicky on DVD. I haven't watched this movie in a long time. I remember liking it. You turn the Coke into Pepsi. That was your big thing. Or maybe it was the Pepsi into Coke. Fun movie. Stupid, though, at times. But it's supposed to be stupid. Live Free or Die Hard on DVD. So I just watched this movie for, I believe, the 4th time. I like it. I'm a big fan of it. Lock Up on DVD. Another great Sylvester Stallone movie that not a lot of people talk about. It's not in my top 100, but certainly it's good. Logan on Blu-ray. Pretty good, although I think it's a tad overrated. I wanted more X-Men characters in the movie besides who we got. That's my gripes with it. It's supposed to be a Logan-focused movie, and I'm complaining. London Has Fallen on Blu-ray. This is probably the worst one of the Mike Banning Secret Service agent movies. It's okay from what I remember. Maybe I'll have to watch it again. I know they're making another one. I can't remember what it's called, though. Do a ranking of those, because I love Olympus Has Fallen. We'll talk about that in the segment, I think. The Longest Yard on DVD. Pretty good movie. The Lost Boys on DVD. Pretty good movie. Definitely holds up to the time. I wish they would have made a true sequel to it, but we got the sequels that weren't very good. Lucky You on DVD. Now, normally I'm not a big fan of Drew Barrymore, but I do like this movie. It's about playing poker, the World Series of Poker. That's why I probably like it. Lucy on Blu-ray. You know, I've seen this, and now I don't really remember anything about it. It's got Scarlett Johansson in it, and Morgan Freeman. I know I saw it in the theater. I saw it in the theater and watched it once, I think, when I got it at home. Here's a surprise, but Maid of Honor on DVD. I've watched this movie probably 10 times. I really like it. I'm not sure if it makes my top 100. What is all over this? Oh, it was a sticker. Those slip covers, they get rid of the sticker marks. But I really enjoy this movie. I probably shouldn't, but I like it, with Patrick Dempsey and, is it Michelle Monaghan? The one that's in the Mission Impossible movies. Check it out if you haven't. It's a good romantic comedy. Major League on DVD. One of the best sports movies of all time, especially if you want drama and comedy. This will be the movie for you. Doesn't crack my top 100, though. Major League 2 on DVD. This is not as bad as the sequel. I actually enjoy it to a degree, although it's not as good as the first one. The chemistry just isn't there. Malibu's Most Wanted on DVD. Now, I've watched this when it came out and don't remember a single thing about it. It's a Jamie Kennedy movie, though. Malignant on DVD. Now, I watched this streaming when I was out of town once. It was pretty good. I saw kind of the twist coming at the beginning that they revealed at the end, but a pretty good movie. Haven't watched it since I saw it on streaming, but bought it for that purpose. A Man Apart, a Vin Diesel movie on DVD, and I watched this and don't remember anything about it. I think Vin Diesel faces tragedy, and then he becomes this like rogue Punisher type character, if I remember correctly. And now my nose is itchy. Time to take a break after the next 4 movies. Man of Steel on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. Would love to have seen a follow-up to Man of Steel. Doesn't sound like we're going to get that, at least not with Henry Cavill. Man on a Ledge on DVD. That's pretty good. Okay. The Martian on DVD. And The Martian on 4K. Big fan of this movie. Absolutely love it. Basically, somebody's stranded on Mars, and he has to figure out a way to continue living on Mars with a limited amount of supplies. Big fan of the movie. And the last movie in this row, Masters of the Universe on DVD. I like it. Is it a great movie? No, but it's watchable in my opinion, and I just rewatched that like within the last 3 months. Matchstick Men on DVD. Watched this when it first came out, and I remember liking it, but really don't remember anything from it other than liking it. The Matrix on DVD. And The Matrix on Blu-ray. I need a 4K of this movie. One of the best movies of all time. Although the first, 40 minutes of the movie is kind of boring to a degree. But once Morpheus and Neo have that kung fu scene, it's all positive from there. And it's definitely one of my top 50 favorite movies of all time. More closer to 25 than 50. The Matrix Reloaded. This was okay. The ending of this is weird with the architect character. I do like when Neo saves Trinity, but all in all, it's probably okay at best on DVD. I don't think I'll ever get it on Blu-ray or 4K. Matrix Revolutions on DVD. Not a fan of this movie. Worst one of the franchise. Matrix Resurrections on 4K. I actually liked this. I know some people don't like it, and some people like it. It just depends on what crowd you're a part of, but I liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Glad I had the 4K, and I think I've watched it 5 times already, just with random people that wanted to see it and was on HBO Max day 1 release. Me, Myself, and Irene on DVD. Pretty good. I don't like it as much as some people do. Mean Girls on DVD. Big fan of that movie. Not one of my favorites of all time, but I was a fan of those Lindsay Lohan 2000s to 2010 movies. Meet the Fockers. I'm surprised I own this singly, but I don't really remember much about this on DVD. And then I have the 3 discs, Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers, and Little Fockers. I did like Meet the Parents, did not like either of the sequels from what I remember. all on Blu-ray. Meet Joe Black. Surprisingly enough, I've never watched this, but I hear it's pretty good on Blu-ray. I do intend to watch that at some point in 2023. The Meg on Blu-ray, pretty good. Memento on Blu-ray, good movie. Kind of starts from the end and goes back to the beginning, and kind of you have to put the pieces together. Men in Black on DVD, pretty good movie. When I first saw it, I really, really, really liked it, but then I started thinking it's not that good. Men in Black 2 on DVD, that was an okay sequel. Men in Black 3 on Blu-ray, not a fan of this one. In fact, I don't even remember what happens in it, but I remember not liking it. And I know they came out with another one with different characters, but I'm not going to get that one. And next we have Mighty Ducks on DVD, Mighty Ducks 2 on DVD, and Mighty Ducks 3 on DVD. I was a fan of Mighty Ducks 2 and Mighty Ducks 3. I thought the original was a little slow and boring, but I did like elements of the second and the third one. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates on Blu-ray. It was okay. Maybe okay to not great. Sort of somewhere in there. Mile 22 on Blu-ray. I watched this in the theater, surprisingly enough, and I fell asleep and haven't went back to it yet. I watched, I don't know where I left off and if I saw the ending or not, but it wasn't that interesting from what I remember. Mindhunters on DVD. Pretty good movie. About a bunch of FBI profilers that go to this like secluded place to do a training op, but then it turns out not to be a training op. Good cast with LL Cool J, Christian Slater, Val Kilmer. Minority Report on DVD. It was okay. Been a while since I've seen it. Mission Impossible on DVD. Pretty good. Although when I try to rewatch it now, it's not as good to me, but I definitely want to do a Mission Impossible ranking video at some point. Mission Impossible 2 on DVD. I remember that being okay, but apparently that's the worst one, and now my nose is starting to itch again. Mission Impossible 3 on DVD. This was a good one, and Philip Seymour Hoffman, I believe, is the villain in this. Yes, he was pretty awesome. I'll have to watch that one again, because I really do want to do that Mission Impossible ranking video. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Pretty good, although they don't have Ving Rhames featured a lot in the movie, which kind of pisses me off. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation on Blu-ray. Pretty good. It's same action sequences over and over again that get on my nerves, but pretty good. And then you have a lot of people's favorite. I don't know where I stand with this. Mission Impossible Ghost or Fallout. I thought it was okay. I'll have to watch it again to really give an honest assessment of the movie, but I seem to remember liking it, but didn't think it was the greatest Mission Impossible movie because I'm such a fan of the third one. But of course, I have it on Blu-ray, and maybe I need to get like a 4K set of that if it's available. Mission to Mars on DVD. It was okay. It was a little bit different than I thought it was going to be. Moneyball on Blu-ray. Good movie. A movie that I like Jonah Hill in. The Monster Squad on DVD. Excellent movie. This was a movie I used to rent at a video place called Club Video. Every time I went to my grandma's house and stayed over at her house, fucking love this movie. And I still think it holds up. It's kind of a good PG-13-ish monster movie. I think that's rated PG-13 too. Yeah, it's PG-13. Came out in 1987. Moonfall on 4K. Another Roland Emmerich disaster film type movie. I liked it though. I enjoyed it. It's probably not his best one though. I still like 2012 a lot. Not sure if it's as good as Day After Tomorrow. Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 2, and then they have the Mortal Kombat Legacy TV series on here. I liked Mortal Kombat, the original movie from 95. Mortal Kombat 2 was not good. They recasted people. They killed Johnny Cage. Spoiler alert. And then we have the new Mortal Kombat movie, which was okay, but it didn't go the route I thought it was going to go in. I watched this on HBO Max, and look, I haven't even opened the packaging yet. But I thought it was okay at best. Mr. and Mrs. Smith on Blu-ray, no, on DVD. Pretty good movie. Not one of my favorites of all time, though. Mr. Brooks on DVD. I love this movie. It's definitely in my top 100 of all time. Kevin Costner plays a serial killer, Mr. Brooks, and a character that's played by Dane Cook sees him or photographs him doing a killing, and it's just an interesting movie, and I'm not really sure how it ends, which is always a good thing too, but I like Mr. Brooks. Definitely in my top hundreds. Mr. Deeds on DVD. This is okay. A lot of people really like it. I don't like it that much. Mrs. Doubtfire on DVD. Funny movie. The Mule on Blu-ray. It was okay. The Mummy with Brendan Fraser on DVD. Really a big fan of that movie, although it doesn't crack my top 100. And I don't even own the sequels to it. Tom Cruise's The Mummy. I thought this was going to be really good based on the trailer, and it didn't live up to expectations. But I didn't think it was horrible, which some people think it's horrible. I'll have to watch it again. My Boss's Daughter on DVD. I seem to remember liking this because I'm a big fan of Tara Reid. I don't believe I've watched it since it came out, though. Murder by Numbers on DVD. Pretty good movie. Sandra Bullock movie, and I'm always a fan of Sandra Bullock. It also has a very young Ryan Gosling in it. If you haven't watched it yet, I would suggest checking it out because it's pretty awesome. National Security on DVD. Honestly, I don't remember much about it. I know I watched it when it came out. National Treasure on DVD. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. Definitely in my top 15. Just really love this movie. And while Night is good, the sequel, National Treasure 2 Book of Secrets, is pretty damn good as well. But not quite the original on DVD. The Negotiator on DVD. Pretty awesome movie. You want my blood? I don't remember if it makes my top 100. I think it does. Whoosh. The New Guy on DVD. Pretty awesome, fucking funny movie with DJ Qualls and Elijah Dushku. Or Dushku, or whatever she says. Or whatever she calls it, I should say. I like it. Definitely in my top 100. New Mutants on 4K, and I have yet to watch this movie. I gotta watch some of these movies I haven't watched yet. I'm wasting so much money. Next on DVD, this was okay at best. The Next Karate Kid on DVD. Yeah, it was bad to okay. The Next 3 Days on Blu-ray. I remember this being okay. Nightbreed on DVD. Pretty good monster-ish flick. Action, horror, sci-fi type of movie. The OG, Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm not a fan of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I don't really like them, but the original is okay. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Now, I tried to rewatch all these movies late last year. I made it through the first 3, and I actually like this one more. I don't know if my opinion would change on that, but it's a very divisive movie. Got another stack here. I think I'll be done recording today after this stack and record more tomorrow to be done with this video collection. And I don't think it's been as long. I'm moving pretty quick. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors. This is okay. I don't like it as much as some people. Again, I'm going to have to rewatch those movies because I might have a different opinion. Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Child. Again, I don't remember much about it. I haven't watched that one in a long time when I was like a teenager, if even before then. Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. Well, that was The Dream Master, the last one. I think I said Dream Child. Again, I haven't seen it in so long, I don't remember anything about it. Then we have Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, Nightmare on Elm Street. I seem to remember a little bit about this and not liking it, but again, my opinion could change. And Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I actually like this movie. From what I remember about it, it was pretty good. Again, it's a movie that I'd have to rewatch, though, because it's been so long. And here we have 3 movies. I put it in this place because this has the reboot or the remake Nightmare on Elm Street movie, but also has another copy of Friday the 13th, which I have 4 copies of that. 1 on DVD and a couple on Blu-ray, and then Freddy vs. Jason on Blu-ray. Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake. I don't remember much about it. I know some people really hate it, but it's gathered kind of a cult following, so I'd have to rewatch it. No Escape on DVD or on Blu-ray. This was okay. Not a big fan of Owen Wilson. No Strings Attached on DVD. If you want like a romantic comedy chick flick type movie, I kind of like this movie. It's kind of like Friends with Benefits with Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis. This is the other version of it. I don't know which one's is good or better, but this one's pretty solid from what I remember. It's a watchable movie, that's for sure. No Time to Die on 4K. Pretty awesome Bond movie. Doesn't make my top 100 though. I don't think I have a Bond movie. I don't have a Bond movie in my top 100. Nobody on DVD, or no, on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie that I wasn't expecting to be good. Bob Odenkirk, who plays Saul Goodman on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, as an action star. Who would have thought? One of the surprises from last year. Nonstop on Blu-ray. This movie has an interesting experience. This was the first movie that I went to seeing a theater with leather reclining seats. So it was such a comfortable movie experience. And I actually liked this movie. I thought it was a good movie. I guess it's kind of your prototypical Liam Neeson movie now where there's something happening and there's memory. I don't know, but I liked it. It was one of my favorite movies from 2013. I think that's the year it came out. Nope. On 4K, I have yet to finish watching this. So I can't comment on it. Look at this. Can't even open this one. It's locked. But when my movies got stolen back in 2002, this was one of the DVDs that got stolen. So not another teen movie on DVD. And I don't remember anything about this, but it's definitely a Blockbuster video movie. I had it brand new at one point. And the person that robbed my house is now dead. So I guess they got what they deserved. The Notebook on DVD. I like this movie. I enjoy it. It might be in my top 100. It was at one point. If it's not, it's like 105. I enjoy The Notebook. I think it's a good movie, despite it being a chick flick. Now You See Me on Blu-ray. I remember this being good, but now I don't really remember much about it anymore. But I do believe it was a good movie. I know it came out with the sequel that I haven't seen yet. The Number 23, a pretty good Jim Carrey movie on DVD. Underrated Jim Carrey movie. He's crazy in the movie. And he talks about the number 23 constantly. Oblivion. Whoa, I said that totally wrong. Oblivion. I can't talk now. Whatever. On DVD or on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie, although it could have been better. Oblivion. I can't talk. What the hell's going on? It must be late. Ocean's 11 on DVD. Love this movie. I don't think it's in my top 100, though. Probably should be. Ocean's 12 on DVD. Not a fan of this one. Thought it was a shitty sequel. And then we have Ocean's 13 on DVD. This was much better than Ocean's 12, I can say that. Ocean's 8 on Blu-ray. I saw this in the theater, thought it was okay, and I have not watched it since the theater, as this is still wrapped in plastic. Oblivion, that's what it's called. Office Space on DVD. Funny movie. This thing's been through hell. I don't know what happened to this, but I think I tried to peel the tape off the top of it, and it got stuck on the plastic. So, yeah. Funny movie. If you haven't seen Office Space yet, I do believe you should have my stapler. Old Dogs on DVD. Never watched it. Old School on DVD. I don't think this movie is as good as people say it is. It's okay, though. It's not this, like, cult classic that I have to watch every year. Olympus Has Fallen on Blu-ray. This is a fucking awesome movie. This was an awesome theater experience. I mentioned about the Gerald Butler, Olympus Has Fallen, London Has Fallen, and Angel Has Fallen. This by far is my favorite, and this definitely is in my top 25 of all time. Fucking love that movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood on Blu-ray, and I have yet to finish it. I tried to watch it again recently, and it just didn't interest me. I do want to finish watching it, though, at some point. The Other Guys on Blu-ray, this was pretty funny, although I like the beginning more with The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson. They don't last long. Outbreak on DVD. Pretty good movie. 90s pandemic movie. Alright, you're going to laugh, but I fucking love this movie. Over the Top on DVD. Fucking awesome movie. I don't care what you say. Another movie like The Monster Squad in Disorganized Crime that I used to watch in the 90s in the 80s over and over and over again. Pain and Gain on Blu-ray. I remember it being good. I saw it one time and haven't seen it since it came out, so maybe it's something I need to rewatch. And Pandorum on DVD. This was okay. This sci-fi flick that I heard somebody else talk about, although I thought it was going to be a little bit better than it was. I can't believe I couldn't say Oblivion. I did it again. What the hell? I don't know. Oh well, I can't talk sometimes. What can I say? Panic Room on DVD. Pretty good movie. Forrest Whitaker's in it. Anything with Forrest Whitaker's a win in my book. Paranormal Activity, the first one on DVD. Not a big fan of that one. Paranormal Activity 2. I actually liked this one on Blu-ray. I thought it was better than the first one. Paranormal Activity 3 on Blu-ray. I know they were kids in this movie, so it's a prequel, but I don't remember anything else about it. I watched it. And then I have Paranormal Activity 4 on Blu-ray, and I don't even think I've ever watched this movie. I must have, but I don't remember anything about it, because, I don't know, it seems like a movie that I would watch just because. Passengers on Blu-ray. And Passengers on 4K. I fucking love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's in my top 5. I know some people hate it. I love it. I really love it. Patriots Day on Blu-ray. It's okay. About the Boston Marathon bombing. Paul Blart, Mall Cop. Paul Blart, Mall Cop. On Blu-ray, or no, on DVD. This was okay. The guy's kind of a doof, unrealistic though. Pearl on Blu-ray. This is alright. Mia Goth is the queen of horror right now. The People Under the Stairs on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. A Wes Craven movie. Yeah, that needs a remake. Peppermint on Blu-ray. So you have, what's the movie called? Law Abiding Citizen, where Gerald Butler's family is killed in front of him. I believe Jennifer Gardner's family is killed in front of her in Peppermint. Pretty good movie, although I don't remember all the specifics of what happens in the movie. I could be wrong on some of those facts. Perfect Stranger on DVD. Pretty good movie, actually. It's a movie that people don't talk about. I wouldn't say it's an epic, awesome movie, but it's a pretty good Bruce Willis movie. Gotta appreciate Bruce Willis while he's still here. Pet Sematary, the original, it's okay on Blu-ray. Philadelphia on DVD, and I have yet to watch this movie. I think I started it once and then turned it off after like 10 minutes. Sometimes I just turn things off because I'm not paying attention. Phone Booth on DVD. I enjoy this movie, probably because of Forrest Whitaker. It's when Colin Farrell had all these hits in a row. Phone Booth, Daredevil, what's the Al Pacino movie? The Recruit, and he had something else. He had 4 hits in a row that were number 1 at the box office. The 2001 Planet of the Apes. I enjoy this movie. I know people don't like this movie necessarily, but there's elements of this movie that I really like, especially Tim Roth's character. He's fucking awesome in it. Predator! The Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator. Pretty awesome fucking male testosterone movie. I should get that on 4K or DVD or on Blu-ray. Premium Rush on Blu-ray. I don't remember much about this movie. I know I watched it, but what happened in it, I couldn't tell you. Premonition on DVD. Pretty good movie. Not Sandra Bullock's best, but not one of her worst. Prisoners on DVD. No, Prisoners on Blu-ray. Fucking awesome movie. Definitely a movie in my top 25 of all time. Check it out if you haven't seen Prisoners yet with Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Paul Dano. Awesome fucking movie. Yes, Paul Dano that played the Riddler in the Batman movie. Prometheus on DVD. Saw this in the theater. I thought it was okay, and haven't watched it since. But I bought it. The Proposal on DVD. I like this movie. It's Sandra Bullock. Of course I'm going to like it. Pulp Fiction on Blu-ray. I've watched this movie twice, and I don't really remember much about it. I know, it's Pulp Fiction. I should know everything about it. I just don't remember it that well. I'm sure it was. I remember it being good, but I don't remember specifics about it. Pulse on DVD. I bought this when it first came out, and honestly, I don't remember anything that happened in this movie. Okay, Kristen Bell's in it. How did I not remember that? And Ian Somerhalder's in it. Let's check this out again. The Punisher on DVD. Yeah, it's the one of many Punisher ones. This is the Thomas Jane one. It's pretty good. And the last movie of this pile is the original Purge, which was a movie that I thought was going to be brand new, but turned out to be a rental that I purchased on Amazon. I like this movie. I know some people don't like it, but I think it was well done. So I'll be back for my last row of movies. Purge Anarchy on Blu-ray. Purge Election Year on Blu-ray. A lot of people will say either Anarchy or Election Year is the best Purge movie. While I haven't rewatched any of them in a long time, I almost want to say the original was the most entertaining one for me. But again, that's without rewatching them. A lot of people like Frank Grillo, who's in the second and the third one. And apparently he's going to be in another one that comes out next year or this year. So that'd be interesting to look forward to. Pursuit of Happiness on DVD. One of my favorite movies of all time. Definitely top 30, if not top 20. Quantum of Solace on DVD. I didn't really like this movie. I'm not the biggest Bond fan, but I found that one very uninteresting. A Quiet Place on Blu-ray. A Quiet Place 2 on Blu-ray. Both excellent movies. I think I like the first one just a little bit more, but they're both awesome movies. I think in my last movie collection video I mentioned that I like the sequel more. I'm going to change my tune on that and say the original is the best one because I think Emily Blunt's performance is Oscar-worthy in my opinion. It's a bold statement. Rain Man on DVD. Awesome movie. I think it's in my top 100 of all time. It might not be. We have the Rambo collection, a 5-film collection, all on Blu-ray. We have First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3, Rambo from 2008, and Rambo Last Blood. Surprisingly enough, I've only seen the most 2 recent Rambo movies, have not seen the first 3, but I did enjoy them. Me being a huge Sylvester Stallone fan, haven't seen all the Rambo movies. What's wrong with that picture? Then I have the single copies of Rambo 2008, which I thought was good, and The Last Blood on Blu-ray. Rampage on Blu-ray. This was okay. I thought it was going to be a lot better. It has a lot of potential with Dwayne Johnson and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I don't actually remember anybody else that's in the movie, and I don't really remember much about the movie other than that. Rat Race on DVD. Pretty funny movie. I win the race. I haven't watched that in a long time. Ready or Not on Blu-ray. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. Definitely in my top 25. Maybe it's top 30, but I love this fucking movie. Samara Weaving is fucking awesome as a scream queen. And she screams really well. Ready to Rumble on DVD. I got this because I saw this movie in the theater. It's okay. It's nothing crazy good, but I enjoy it for what it is. I'm a big wrestling fan, or was, and it has some stuff to do about wrestling. Real Steel on Blu-ray. One of my favorites of all time. I love this movie. Some people say it's kind of cheesy, but I really enjoy it. Red Planet on DVD. Well, I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I don't remember much about it, but I have seen it. Red Sparrow on Blu-ray. Never finished this one. That's a common theme. Either don't watch them or don't finish them. Reign Over Me on DVD. This was okay. I've only watched it one time, though. Good performance by Adam Sandler. People say Uncut Gems is his best performance as far as being an actor. Watch Rain on Me. Gives a pretty good performance in that one. Reindeer Games on DVD. I actually really like this movie. I know this movie gets a lot of criticism because it's apparently cheesy, but I enjoy it. And I've always been a fan of Ben Affleck, so yeah. Haven't watched it in a long time, though. Long time. The Revenant on Blu-ray. This is the film that DiCaprio finally won an Oscar for. He should have won an Oscar for The Wolf of Wall Street. With that being said, this is a good movie. I think Tom Hardy was better in this movie, but I've only seen it one time when it first came out and haven't rewatched it. There's a bear scene in there that's really cool. I remember that. The Ring on DVD. Pretty good movie. Nothing in my top 100, but definitely a good movie. The Ring 2, honestly, I don't remember anything about this movie. I've seen it one time, I think, maybe twice. These are about to fall over. I don't even have that many stacked up here. Resident Evil, the original. Pretty good movie, although Mila Jovovich annoys the hell out of me, but not in this movie. But the more sequels we get, the more annoying she becomes, or Alice becomes. I want video game characters, damn it. Resident Evil Apocalypse on DVD. This is my favorite Resident Evil movie. I think it's awesome. I think Jill Valentine is good in this movie. Carlos is good, and it's one of my favorites. I believe it's in my top 100 of all time. Even though it's a cheesy movie to some, I like it. Resident Evil Extinction on DVD. Pretty good. I used to hate it, but I've come around on it a little bit. Resident Evil Afterlife on DVD. I actually like this one. Some people hate it, but I enjoy it. I feel like the soundtrack is really good, or the score of the movie, I should say. And another thing about the original Resident Evil, I really like the Marilyn Manson, the score in that movie too. It's awesome. Some of my favorite ones of all time. Resident Evil Retribution on Blu-ray. My hopes for this movie were really high, and I felt like I was let down. They finally brought in Leon Kennedy and other video game characters. It's very okay at best, but it's pretty bad. But not as bad as Resident Evil, the final chapter on Blu-ray. This movie fucking sucks. Okay, they brought Allie Leiter back as Claire Redfield. The movie still sucks. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City on 4K. I actually really like this movie. I think they did too much. They crammed two movies into one when they should have just focused more on one story. But with that said, I enjoyed it, and I liked most of the performances in it. It's my second favorite Resident Evil movie, surprisingly enough. And I'm going to move these a little bit closer to me, because otherwise they may fall over, and they might still fall over. Gives me a better angle to grab them, too. Planet of the Apes, or wait, no, this is Rise of the Planet of the Apes on Blu-ray. This was okay. I've only seen it a couple times. I actually like this one more than the other two they made. And I know that's an unpopular opinion because people like War and Dawn more. Not me. Road Trip on DVD. This is a fucking hilarious movie. I haven't watched it in a while, but I really remember loving the movie. And I actually might watch this tonight now that I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure if it still makes my top 100, but at one point it did. RoboCop on Blu-ray. I bought this year, well, last year, I guess, and with the intention of watching it, I put it on, and it was just too cheesy for me. And this is the oldest RoboCop movie, not the remake, or reboot, or whatever the hell they call it. The Rock on DVD. This was, for some reason, somebody bought this for me at Hollywood Video when that was open, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time, although at one point it was. I'm not sure if it still makes my top 100 or not, but it's a really good movie. And, of course, I didn't talk much about the thing, because I have it on Blu-ray as well. I really like the performances in the movie. Some people will say it's cheesy, but Nicolas Cage had a 3-year run where he made The Rock, Con Air, and Face Off. It was the best 3 years I could remember of any actor. Rocky on DVD. I don't really ever watch the original Rocky. It's weird. I find it too boring when I try to. But I do like Rocky 2 on DVD, and this is one of my favorite movies of all time. In my top 100 for sure. More closer to 50-ish or probably 20-ish. Rocky 3 on DVD. I used to like this a lot more when I was a kid, and now I don't like the movie as much. They're all really good movies. Even the shitty Rocky movies are good. Just there's some, obviously, that I like more. Such as Rocky 4 on DVD. This movie has always been one of my favorites, but with Creed coming out, Creed 2 I should say, and bringing back Ivan Drago in Creed 2, it makes this movie even better. Definitely in my top 100. Rocky 5. Most people think this is a clusterfuck, and it kind of is, but for the worst movie in a franchise, it's still pretty damn good. I like this movie, too. It's the first Rocky movie I saw in the theater, as a matter of fact. Rocky Balboa on DVD. This was pretty good, too. Very good dialogue in this movie. Rogue Nation, a Star Wars story. I've only watched this one time. This movie didn't really interest me because it didn't have anything to do with the original Star Wars characters other than Darth Vader showing up at the end. I have to watch this one again, but I didn't really love it. I didn't really hate it. I was like, okay, I'll go to this movie because you're paying for me to go. Role Models on DVD. This is funny. Romeo Must Die on DVD. Pretty good, although it's been forever since I've seen it. And rest in peace, Aaliyah. Rookie of the Year on DVD. Pretty funny movie. One of my favorites. Not necessarily my all-time favorites, but just a movie I've always liked because the Cubs in the movie end up winning the World Series. Although we don't really see that, but we see the World Series ring at the end of the movie. But I love Rookie of the Year. Rounders on Blu-ray. Awesome movie. Definitely in my top 50 of all time. Rudderless on DVD. This is a pretty awesome movie. This is a recommendation by Cody Leach. It's about a dad who didn't really have the best relationship with his son, and his son ends up dying in a school shooting, and he eventually looks at all these songs that his son had wrote and starts playing them at an open mic. It's actually directed by William H. Macy of Shameless, and he also was in the movie for a brief period of time. Really good movie. I don't want to say anything else about it because it goes in directions that you don't expect it to go in, and it actually caught me off guard. But definitely a good movie, and you can thank Cody Leach for his recommendation of it. Rudy on DVD. Awesome movie, although I haven't watched it lately. I don't think it makes my top 100, but that's because I just don't ever watch it. Runner on Blu-ray. I watched this one time, and I don't really remember anything else about it. It's got Ben Affleck and Justin Timberlake in it, so there's a good start. Running Scared on DVD. I've watched this one time before I bought it, and honestly, I don't remember anything else about it. I think I remember it being good, though, but who knows. Salt on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. I like some of the performances in it, and I was hoping that there would be some sort of sequel with this that we never got. At least yet. San Andreas on Blu-ray. This was not the best. And I hear they're making a sequel. Why would you make a sequel of a... This Roland Emmerich isn't the director of this, is he? Okay. Let's say, how many freaking disaster movies does Roland Emmerich need to make? The Saint on DVD. When I was younger, like in my high school years, I used to watch this movie probably once a month. I used to really like it when I owned it on VHS, and I probably still do own it on VHS. Haven't watched it since my high school years, but I bought it. I'm a big fan of Elizabeth Shue, and I liked Val Kilmer, because Val Kilmer at one point was my favorite Batman. And now my back's hurting. I need to crack it. The Santa Claus on DVD. So everybody asked me what my favorite Christmas movie of all time is. That's a movie that's not rated R. The Santa Claus is my favorite Christmas movie, and this is the movie I started my Christmas with last week. Love this movie. I started watching the TV show, too, the new show that's on Disney+, and I don't know if I like that much. The Santa Claus 2, I only watched this one time, and I guess I must not have liked it that much because I never went back to it, but I do like the fact that he ends up getting in a relationship with his son's principal, which turns out to be Elizabeth Mitchell, who I liked from Lost. So that's good. Saving Private Ryan on DVD. I've only seen this movie twice, when it came out and then when I bought it. I know everybody else loves this movie. I don't really have much to say about it because I don't really remember much about it. But I've watched it twice. Saving Silverman on DVD. Pretty good movie, and I'm a big fan of Amanda Peet, but I don't really remember much about it. But I know I watched this like 3 or 4 times in the first 5 years it came out. Saw on DVD. Pretty awesome movie, but I actually like the sequel a little bit more. Like I said, Saw 2 on DVD. Big fan of this movie. Liked it more. Thought the story was better. And the twist, I think, was just as good as the original Saw. My opinion. Saw 3 on DVD. I used to hate this movie. I'm coming around on it with each rewatch. And I've rewatched all these movies countless times because Saw is one of my favorite franchises. Not my favorite, but it's okay. I'm glad, spoiler alert, that they brought Eric Matthews back for a brief moments in the film. So that was always good. Saw 4 on DVD. I'm a fan of this movie. I know some people don't like it, but I actually really like this movie. It's one of my favorite Saw movies. I'm not really sure why, but probably because Eric Matthews came back, and in addition to other things. Saw 5, not a fan of it on DVD. Not a fan of this one. I think because the tagline of the movie was "You won't believe how it ends," and the ending to me was just stupid. So, I mean, I watch all the Saw movies every time there's a Saw movie coming out. It's one of my favorite franchises, but this being one of my least favorite Saw films. Probably my least favorite Saw film, I think. I'll have to go back and watch them again, though. Saw 6 on DVD. A lot of people really like this movie and say it's one of their favorites. It's okay, but it's one of my lower tier Saw movies. I don't really have a rhyme or reason. I just like the other ones better. Saw 2 and Saw 1, and then Saw 4. So I would say it's in the bottom 4. I think. I can't remember. I've ranked them before on the channel if you want to check it out. I'm going to straighten this up a bit because they're about to fall over. But, yeah, Saw 5 and Saw 6 are not my favorite Saw movies. I like 1, 2, 4, and then Final Chapter I actually like. Speaking of the Final Chapter on Blu-ray, I'm a fan of this movie. I like how they went back to the beginning and tied things that happened in the beginning. It's what we always thought was going to happen in the Saw movie franchise. It took 7 movies to get to that point, but I'm a fan of this movie. Some people think this is hot garbage. We'll see. We got Saw X coming out this year. And in addition to all those, I have the box set on Blu-ray, which includes all the Saw movies, include Jigsaw, not including Spiral. I just had to get this, and I'll actually get rid of all the Saw DVDs now that I have. I'll get rid of all the DVDs that are in my collection for the next collection video, that I have duplicates of, I should say. Scarface on DVD. I have yet to watch this movie. I want to watch it, I just always forget about it. Remind me daily to watch Scarface. Scary Movie. Scary Movie 2. Scary Movie 3. And Scary Movie 4. I've seen the first 2. I think I saw the other 2 too, but I don't remember anything about them. The first one is fucking amazing. One of my favorite movies of all time. The movie fucking makes me laugh like you wouldn't believe. 2 was okay, but it obviously lacked a lot. And I don't remember anything about the other 2. Speaking of Scary Movie, I have the solo version of it. Love that fucking movie on DVD. And I have Scary Movie 4 by itself on DVD. Again, I don't remember much about the other ones. I had Scary Movie 2 by itself, but I was robbed in 2002, and that's one of the movies that they took. And I never replaced it by itself. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark on Blu-ray. I read these books when I was in school. I started watching this movie and turned it off about 20 minutes into it. So, yeah, maybe someday I'll revisit it. Don't you dare fall over. Scent of a Woman on DVD. This was pretty good. Only watched it once, though. Not one of my favorites. 7 on DVD. God, it's crazy how much The Batman was like this movie. 7's pretty awesome movie. What's the Box? Pretty good. Definitely my favorites of all time. School of Rock on DVD. This was nothing special. Watched it one time when it came out. All right. Here's my favorite franchise of all time. We have Scream on 4K. Love this movie. Definitely in my top 20 of all time. We have the regular Scream on Blu-ray. I could have put the DVD because I have those, 2 of it. Then we have Scream 2 on Blu-ray. This is my favorite Scream movie of all time. It's in my top 6 of all time of favorite movies. Yes, Scream 2 is in my top, was it number 5 or number 6? My all-time favorite movies. We have Scream 2 on 4K because it just came out this year. And we also have Scream 2 on 4K Steelbook. Yes, I love the Scream franchise, so I had to get every copy I could. Awesome movie. Actually went to go see it in the theater in 2022 just to say I saw it in the theater again for the first time since 1997. We have Scream 3 on plain old Blu-ray. For the worst movie in a franchise so far, this is actually a pretty good movie. Neve Campbell was only available for so much, so that takes away from the movie a little bit, but I like it. I think the other characters that are new in this movie weren't developed as good, and that's the problem with Scream 3. Scream 4 on Blu-ray, pretty good movie. Great performance by Hayden Panettiere. I'm glad that she's coming back for Scream 6, and I like it. It's my second least favorite Scream movie at the moment, but upon a rewatch, I might push it up. But I liked it. I was really happy to see it in the theater. First time in 10 years that I've seen a Scream movie. No, it was 11 years. And then we have Scream 2022, or otherwise known as Scream 5 on Blu-ray. Or no, actually on 4K. Pretty awesome movie. One of my top 50 favorites of all time. And then we have Scream 2022 on Blu-ray Steelbook. No, on 4K Steelbook. I can't... Sometimes I say Blu-ray and 4... I don't know. Again, awesome movie. The Scorpion King on DVD. I saw this one time when it came out, and I honestly don't remember anything about it. Searching on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. I've seen this one time. Nothing special, but interesting. Good performance by John Cho. Secret in Their Eyes on Blu-ray. This is one of my best female friends / girlfriends recommendations. She wanted to see it, so I watched it just to see it as well. Pretty good, although I don't really remember much about it. I remember it being a mystery movie that was entertaining. I saw it one time when it first came out. See No Evil on DVD. This was okay. I've only seen it one time, and I haven't seen it since when it came out. Seed of Chucky on DVD. This movie made me not want to watch any more Child's Play movies after seeing it. So I have yet to watch any Child's Play movies after this one, because this movie was so fucking terrible. Seed of Chucky. I plan on giving it another chance at some point. Selfless on Blu-ray. I watched this once, had really high expectations, and this movie, to my recollection, was not very good. Or I was doing other things while watching it and don't remember anything about it. Sentinel on DVD. This was a movie that I used to watch a lot when it first came out, and now I don't remember anything about it. I remember it being good, but it's been so long. Sex Tape on Blu-ray. A pretty good movie. Nothing too special, though. Only watched it once. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Sorry, I forgot the name of the title for a moment there. This was a movie that I didn't watch right away. I watched it like 6 months after it came out on physical media, and I actually really liked this movie and had to buy it after I initially saw it. This was better than I thought it was going to be. Shaun of the Dead on DVD. This is okay. I think it's a little overrated, but still entertaining watch. Shawshank Redemption on DVD. Pretty awesome movie, but surprisingly enough, it's not my favorite movies of all time. I've only seen it one time, and that was like the year 1999 or something like that. So, but definitely a good movie that I remember some things about. Shazam on Blu-ray. I actually really like this movie. I've seen it twice and actually am looking forward to the sequel of Shazam. I know DC's kind of fucked up now, or the DCU, but Shazam, in my opinion, is an awesome movie. It's got heart to it, which I liked. Not one of my favorites of all time. The Shining on Blu-ray. This is okay, although I think it's one of the most overrated movies of all time. I've watched it twice, and it's okay. Jack Nicholson's performance, though, was awesome, though. Shooter on DVD. This is a decent movie, and decent enough where they actually made a TV show about it, but good. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I saw it like 2 or 3 times. Short Circuit on DVD. One of my favorite movies of all time. I believe it's in my top 100. I fucking love this movie. It's awesome, and I was waiting for a sequel to the next one, and they were supposed to come out with one a long time ago, and they never did. Speaking of the next one, Short Circuit 2, not nowhere as good as the first one. Still watchable, but not as good. Not at all. Showgirls on DVD. Pretty good movie. I had to get this because, well, I'm a big Elizabeth Berkley fan from Saved by the Bell, and it's pretty good. And, yeah. Not my favorite movies of all time, though. Shutter Island on Blu-ray. I saw this when it came out in the theater and haven't watched it since. I didn't like it as much in the theater, but I have a feeling if I rewatched it right now, which I plan on doing at some point, I'd actually really like this a lot more than I liked it when I saw it in the theater. Signs on DVD. Pretty awesome movie. Really like this one. Try to get the light not to reflect off the case. Probably my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie, unless you count Unbreakable. It's a tie. Those two I really like. But Signs, love the movie. Swing Away. That's all I gotta say. Not my favorites of all time, though. Silence of the Lambs on DVD. A pretty good movie. It's been a while since I've watched it, but I've seen it probably 5 times total in my life. Not one of my favorites of all time, but definitely a good movie. Definitely a good drama, horror-ish movie. Skyfall on Blu-ray. Awesome Bond movie. Probably in my top 3 of Bond movies seen. I guess I'd have to do a Bond ranking of all the Brosnan movies and all the Craig movies, all the ones that I've seen. The 4 Brosnan and the 5. Is it 5 movies that Daniel Craig's been in? And rank them. This would probably be in the top 3. Maybe not, though. God, that's a... GoldenEye would probably have to be in there. Quantum of Solace. No Time to Die. So it'd be in the top 4 then. Skyscraper on Blu-ray. I saw this once in the theater. Wasn't super into it, but it's got people that I like in it, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Neve Campbell, and it was okay, though. Smile on 4K. This was actually a really good movie, and I wasn't really thrilled about this movie. I went into it going, no, this is going to be terrible, and it far exceeded my expectations, and it's one of my favorite horror movies in 2022. Smoking Aces on Blu-ray. It's okay. I saw it one time. I thought it was going to be a lot better with the people that are in it, and it didn't live up to the expectations I had for it. This is a double movie feature. We have Face Off and Snake Eyes on Blu-ray. I got it to have the Face Off movie on Blu-ray as well as Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes, I can't finish that movie. I watched it once when I was younger, when it first came out in 99, or no, was it 90? I don't remember when it came out now. I think it was 99. Maybe it wasn't. Was it 97? No, 98 maybe, because Face Off was 97. But I tried to rewatch it 3 or 4 more times, and I just can't get through the movie. Obviously, we have already talked about Face Off earlier in this video. Face Off is definitely one of my favorites. Snitch on Blu-ray. It was a good movie, but now I've only seen it once, and I don't remember anything else about it. Snowman on Blu-ray. This movie was terrible. I had really high expectations for it. And, well, I didn't like it, and now I don't even remember anything else about it. When did this come out? Like 2015 or 16? 2018, okay. Didn't realize it was that recent. Social Network on DVD. For one, this should have been on Blu-ray. I was thinking this was the Blu-ray edition, and it wasn't. Really good movie. A good... kind of a good story about Facebook. I don't know how accurate it really is because the Winklevosses say it's not, but I like the movie. It's not in my top 100 though. Am I too close to the edge of the table? I am. The Sandlot on DVD. Classic. Love this movie. Not in my top 100, but definitely a good movie. Solaris on DVD, and I have yet to watch this movie. Owned it since it came out and never watched it. Solo. Yeah, I watched this one time on Blu-ray. Wasn't a fan of it. Maybe I should watch it again, though. I think I need to do another Star Wars ranking. Source Code on Blu-ray. I love this movie. It's a good movie. I wouldn't say it's in my top 100 of all time, but I really like the premise of the movie, and I like the people that are in it, like Jake Gyllenhaal and Michelle Monaghan and Jeffrey Wright's in it. Pretty awesome movie. All right, we've got another stack of movies here. This is a fun one. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut on DVD. This is a fucking awesome movie. I'm not a big fan of animated movies, but I love this one. I saw it 3 times the day it came out in the theater and absolutely loved it. This fucking thing makes me laugh. It's definitely in my top... Is it top 30 of all time? South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Southpaw on Blu-ray. This also is a good movie. Good performances, especially by Forrest Whitaker and Jake Gyllenhaal, Rachel McAdams, 50 Cent. Pretty good movie. Love it, especially if you're a boxing fan, which I kind of am. Good movie. Good acting. Good drama. Check it out. Not in my top 100 of all time, though, surprisingly enough. That's an esteemed list. Space Jam on Blu-ray. I've only seen this probably 20 times in my life. It's been a long time since I've watched it, but I liked it when I was watching it. I just had to get it. And then the sequel with LeBron James was absolutely terrible in my opinion. But Space Jam, the OG with Michael Jordan, pretty awesome movie. And why wasn't Michael Jordan in it? I mean, they had Michael B. Jordan in Space Jam, but not Michael Jordan. That would have made the movie a lot better. Spaceballs on DVD. This is an all-time classic. Funny movie, especially because it's a Star Wars spoof. While it's not one of my favorite movies of all time, it's damn good. The Specialist on Blu-ray. I'm a big Stallone fan, so I was trying to buy a lot of Stallone stuff. I haven't watched this movie in full since I got it on VHS, and I'm not a big fan of this movie, but I think I need to get through it all the way just to make sure that's the case. Because I haven't been able to yet. Spectre on Blu-ray. Not a big fan of this movie. Maybe I'd have to watch it again, though, because I just don't remember much about it. Probably my second least favorite Daniel Craig movie behind Quantum of Solace, but again, I would need to rewatch all those just to make that determination. Speed on Blu-ray. Pretty awesome movie. I love Sandra Bullock, Dennis Hopper, Keanu Reeves, Jeff Daniels. Good movie. Entertaining flick, and I believe this is in my top 100 of all time. If it's not, maybe I need to redo that list, because I was a big fan of Speed. It still am. I think it still holds up good. Sphere on DVD. A very good movie. While it's not one of my favorites of all time, definitely a good watch. Good performances by Samuel L. Jackson and Dustin Hoffman. Spider-Man on DVD. Pretty good movie. I'm not the biggest Spider-Man fan, though, so it's not going to make my top 100, but still a good movie. I'm not a big Tobey Maguire fan, except Brothers. Spider-Man 2 on DVD. This was pretty good. This is one of my favorite Spider-Man movies, but again, doesn't come near my top 100. Spider-Man 3 on DVD. This is okay. I think this movie gets a lot of hate, where I actually liked Venom, although he can obviously be done a lot better, but still decent. Spider-Man Homecoming on Blu-ray. This is pretty funny, pretty good, but again, I'm not the biggest Spider-Man fan, so it doesn't come near my top 100. Spider-Man Far From Home on Blu-ray. This is okay. I think it's probably the worst movie of the new Spider-Man, the Tom Holland Spider-Man, but still definitely watchable. And then, of course, we have Spider-Man No Way Home on 4K. Again, I'm not the biggest Spider-Man fan, but this is damn good, and it is my favorite Spider-Man movie. Having, spoiler alert, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield come back, and they're in the movie for a decent amount of time, when I thought they'd only be in the movie for 5 minutes at a time. That's all I thought, but they're in the movie long. It's a little far-fetched, but definitely good, and definitely one of the best Marvel MCU movies. Spiral from the Book of Saw on Blu-ray. I am not the biggest fan of this movie because I thought it was going to have more to do with John Kramer and Jigsaw in like that world. They mention him one time, and the killer kind of mocks his scenes and that. But other than that, I didn't really like it as much. The twist, it was so obvious who was the new killer. Like within 5 minutes of the movie, you knew who it was already, and that was my big problem with it. Had that not been the case, I probably would have liked it a lot more. Star Trek on Blu-ray. Star Trek 2008 or 2009? This movie made me a Trekkie because I never had liked Star Trek. I was cleaning my room and I had accidentally flicked the channel to FX on Demand, which was a free preview week, and this movie came on. And then a half an hour later, I realized I'd been watching the movie and I had stopped cleaning my room and I was glued to the TV. I was actually sitting on the floor pretty close to my TV, actually glued to the TV. So, love this movie. Good movie. Good performances. And then, of course, we have Star Trek Into Darkness, another great movie. A good performances by Benedict Cumberbatch and Chris Pine. I'm not sure which one I like more. It's close, but they're two damn good movies. And then we have Star Trek Beyond. I'm not the biggest fan of this movie. While it's watchable on Blu-ray, it's just not as good as the other two. My elbow's about to knock these movies over. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I've only seen this movie twice, and it's okay. okay. That's all it is. Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Never been a fan of this movie. I've seen it one time when it came out. That's all I'm going to give it. Maybe I did see it again. Now I don't know. Because I did do a Star Wars ranking at one point. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This is pretty good. Very good movie. It's got some darkness to it, which is always a good thing. Somebody never gave me back a copy that I originally had, so I had to get a cheap used copy. But we have Star Wars A New Hope, and this is damn good, but it's not. It's probably the worst of the original three, or the original ones that came out. Good movie, though. Look at this casing that I got of it. I had this just like these other ones, and then somebody never gave it back to me. Damn you, Berenice. Yeah. Star Wars Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back. Now, a lot of people absolutely love this movie. While the movie is great, it is not my favorite Star Wars movie, but definitely a good movie and obviously dark. And then my favorite Star Wars movie, and I know this is an unpopular opinion as my nose itches, or actually my mustache area itches. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. This is absolutely, positively my favorite Star Wars movie. I have always loved this movie, and I will continue to love this movie. Reason being, well, I just like the whole start of the movie with Luke going to Jabba's palace, and then them going out and almost getting eaten by that bottomless pit thing. Whatever the hell that was called. It's just such a great movie. I love it. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but hey, what can I say? And then I have a Star Wars bonus material disc. For some reason, I need to take this out of this because this isn't actually a movie. Just bonus materials don't count. Oh well. We have Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Pretty awesome. Good nostalgia movie. While the movie has flaws, I still like it on Blu-ray. I need to see if there's a 4K edition of all that stuff. Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. This is okay at best on Blu-ray. There's a lot of flaws with it, though. Moving on to the next pile, we have Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. I actually liked this movie, and I know a lot of people hate it. It's kind of thrown together, and weird shit happens as my back hurts all of a sudden. I enjoy it for what it is. But certainly they should have done a better job of tying things together. It's like they threw things at the wall and see what stuck. That's not how you do it. Stargate on Blu-ray. This is okay. I've watched it 2 or 3 times. Recently, too, I watched it. Straight Outta Compton on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. Not one of my all-time favorites, though. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot on Blu-ray. Again, I'm a Stallone fan, so I'm trying to get as much Stallone stuff as I can that I know I'll watch or anticipate watching. This is a movie that I liked when I was a kid. I know it's cheesy, but for some reason I just really liked it, and I had to get it on Blu-ray or DVD because it wasn't available on I had the VHS copy, and I wanted to make sure I had it. But I know it's cheesy, but I still like it. It's been a while since I've watched it, though, so maybe I'd hate it now. As my nose itch now. I dusted all these before I did this. Street Kings on DVD. I don't remember much about this movie. In fact, I don't remember anything, and I think the disc isn't working, so I didn't even finish it. I think there was an issue with this disc. Let me double check this. I seem to remember there being an issue where I couldn't even finish the movie. As my nose tickles. Hate to pick my nose while I'm on camera, but hey, I got an itch. Stuber on Blu-ray. This was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I actually really enjoyed it. Not one of my favorites of all time, though. Suicide Squad on Blu-ray. This is okay. It's a movie I probably need to rewatch because I don't really remember much about it. Like, I'm kind of like, do I really like it or do I not like it? I'm kind of in the middle with this one. And then we have Sully on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie, but not one of my favorites. And I don't think it's one of Tom Hanks' best movies, but it was still good. I really need to pause this video and itch my nose. Summer of '84 on Blu-ray. This is a fucking awesome movie. So if you're familiar with the show Stranger Things, think of Stranger Things, and then think of the Shia LaBeouf movie with Disturbia. And combine those two together. This is another Cody Leach recommendation. It was really good. It starts a little slow, but once it ends, you realize it's a pretty fucking awesome movie. It's not one of my favorites of all time, but it's definitely a good movie that not a lot of people know about. Super 8 on Blu-ray. Not a big fan of this one. I've only seen it once, though, so maybe I need to rewatch it. Superhero movie on DVD. Is there anything even in here? I can't even remember anything about that movie. I haven't watched it since it came out, and it came out in, what, 2000? Yeah, who knows when it came out, but I don't remember anything about it. Kevin Hart's in it, though. Didn't even remember that. As my nose tickles. Superman Returns on DVD. I have yet to finish this movie. Not the greatest movie, so I don't know if there's any point to ever finishing it. It's a movie that they only did one of, and that was it anyway. SWAT on DVD. Never finished this one either. I know. It seems like a movie that I would finish, but I didn't finish it. Sweet Home Alabama on DVD. I actually really like this movie. It's not one of my top 100 of all time, but it's a fun movie. I like it. What can I say? The Switch on DVD. This is actually a really good movie. If you haven't seen it yet, good performances by Jason Bateman and, of course, Jennifer Aniston. And you've got, what's the guy's name from The Conjuring? Patrick Wilson's in it as well. Just a really good movie where she wants to have a kid. She doesn't know who she wants to have it with, so she just wants to get pregnant to have one. And Jason Bateman's character, who's like her best friend, switches her specimen out with his own. And I don't want to give any more away, but it's a fun movie. Underrated. Not a lot of people have heard about it. I'm not sure why though. Swordfish on DVD. I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I remember seeing this movie in the theater though and loving it. I've seen it since then. I've probably seen it 20 times. When I initially did my favorite movies of all time list in 2002, this was in the top 50. I don't think it's in the top 100 now, but it's a damn good movie, and I liked it. And you get to see Halle Berry's tits, which is always a good thing, too. Taken on Blu-ray. This is okay. Not one of my favorites, though. Taken 2 on Blu-ray. I don't even remember anything about that one. Sorry. And Taken 3 on Blu-ray. Is this the one with Forrest Whitaker? Okay, I remember Forrest Whitaker's in this one, and spoiler alert, his wife dies, and that's what sets him off in this one. But again, I don't remember anything about Taken 2. Takers on DVD. This is a really good movie with Paul Walker and various other people are in this, like Hayden Christensen, Matt Dillon, Idris Elba, Michael Ealy, and Chris Brown. Hayden Christensen. Damn good movie. I like it. It's not one of my top 100, but it's definitely a good movie. I've watched it multiple times, too. The Taking of Felon 1, 2, 3, it's okay. I don't remember much about it. I think I've watched it twice, once in the theater and once when I bought it, and it's been a while since I've watched it, but it was good. I'm going to itch my nose after this stack's over with. Tango and Cash on DVD. Awesome movie. Stallone is great in it. Kurt Russell's great in it. Their first movie together. Do you know what their second movie together was? Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Although they didn't have any scenes, or Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. They didn't have any scenes together, but they're both in that movie. But Tango and Cash is definitely one of my favorite Stallone movies. Of course, you got all the Rocky movies that I really like. You've got Demolition Man, and then you've got various other movies, but this is one of my favorites. Ted on Blu-ray. Pretty good. Ted 2 on Blu-ray. Didn't like this one as much because they replaced Mila Kunis with Amanda Seyfried, and I don't like Amanda Seyfried that much. My opinion. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Blu-ray. I don't know why I bought this. I don't remember anything about it. I think it was okay at best, but yeah. Tenet on Blu-ray. I meant to watch this, and I still have yet to watch it. I hate when I buy movies and don't watch them. The Terminal on DVD. Pretty good movie. Underrated. Didn't hear a lot about it, and then bought it like 5-6 years ago, and actually really liked it. It's got a good performance by Tom Hanks, and The Terminal. It's good. Ooh. T2, the Ultimate Edition on DVD. Pretty good movie. And then we have T2 on 4K. Yeah, Terminator 2 Judgment Day is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's only in like the top 40 or 30. And then I do have the original Terminator. It's just combined with one of these other Terminator movies. And we also have, of course, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. I actually kind of enjoy this movie. Now, I don't like John Connor in the movie, but all the other characters I kind of like. I was mad that they killed off Linda Hamilton, but this is, for the most part, in my humble opinion, a pretty good movie. All right, I'm back. I took a break to itch my nose for about 4 minutes, and hopefully I don't have that problem anymore for the rest of the video, as I want to keep going until I'm done. I've got about 200 movies left, and I don't feel like pausing anymore, and hopefully I can get this done. Throat's fine for now, but my nose has been driving me nuts with itches. But we continue on. Terminator Genesis on Blu-ray and Terminator on Blu-ray. Genesis, I think, is one of the worst Terminator movies, although I have yet to see Salvation. In fact, I don't even own Salvation. I'm usually a completionist too, but I didn't like Genesis that much. And then The Terminator from 1984, a very good horror movie. In fact, an awesome movie, and actually it far exceeded my expectations. Terminator Dark Fate on Blu-ray. I think this movie was really good. There's parts that I'm annoyed with, but all in all, it's a really good movie. People give it a lot of shit and hate it. I like it, and I wish the franchise would continue after this. Glad they brought back Sarah Connor, but what they did to John Connor pisses people off. I'm kind of indifferent when it comes to that. Terrifier on Blu-ray. This is okay. It was cheesy. Like, it looked bad in terms of how the movie was shot. It's a low-budget movie, but it brought another horror icon, Art the Clown. And we have Terrifier 2 on 4K. Now, I just got this movie. I had to postpone the last day of recording for this to get this in there because I knew I had it coming. This is an awesome movie. It's long, but it's fucking awesome. And Art the Clown definitely is a horror movie icon, and I can't wait for Terrifier 3. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 on Blu-ray. This is pretty good. No, this is on DVD. And this one is on Blu-ray. I've only seen 2 movies in this franchise. I've seen this one, obviously, and I've seen the Netflix one that came out in 2022. I may have seen other ones, like the original, but don't remember seeing it. But this is a good movie, although I tried watching it recently and I didn't like it as much. So maybe it doesn't hold up well. But I remember it being good. The Suicide Squad on 4K. This was a really good movie. I was pleasantly surprised by this movie, and I actually really enjoyed it. To a point where I had to buy it, although I haven't watched it since I bought it. I saw it on HBO Max, and probably wouldn't have ever saw it if it wasn't available on HBO Max for free. Because I guess I didn't really like the first one when it came down to it. There's Something About Mary on DVD. Pretty good movie, although I think it's a little overrated at times, although I haven't watched it in a long time. The Thing on Blu-ray. Pretty awesome movie. I'm surprised that this movie didn't do good when it came out in 1982, because this is a really good movie. Great effects. Practical effects are the way to go. 13 Ghosts on DVD. This movie's fucking awesome. It's not one of my favorites of all time, but it's damn good. Great performances by Shannon Elizabeth and Matthew Lillard, and they're not even the stars of the movie. This Means War on Blu-ray. I saw this one time, and I don't really remember anything about it. I don't remember it being bad, though. Thor on Blu-ray. It's okay. Yeah, I don't like the Thor movies that much, though. Thor Dark World on Blu-ray. I don't remember much about it, to be honest with you. Thor Ragnarok on Blu-ray. I hated this movie when I saw it initially. I saw it in the theaters like 2 weeks after it came out and didn't like it at all, as my leg itches now. But I watched it again at home and liked it a lot more. I think it's too colorful. I don't know. It's not as good as everybody thinks it is, but everybody seems to like it except for me. But it's okay. Don't you dare stop. Dropped my movie on my mouse or my keyboard. I thought I was going to stop the recording. Thor Love and Thunder on 4K. This movie, people were saying, is terrible. I watched it just so I could be like, all right, I watched all the MCU movies. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. However, it wasn't good either. I don't hate it. I'll say that. Till Death on Blu-ray. Pretty good Megan Fox horror movie. Good, something that I hadn't seen before or hadn't seen that much. I didn't mind it. The Time Machine on DVD. I don't remember anything about this. I know I watched it, though. I hate when I don't remember stuff about a movie. Maybe it wasn't that memorable. Sometimes I just see too many movies and I can't remember them. Titanic on DVD. Awesome movie. Hated it when I was younger, but this is a fucking awesome movie. A great performance by DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. Tomb Raider on DVD. I don't remember anything about this. I think I saw it twice, but it's been so long. The Tomorrow War on Blu-ray. I fucking love this movie. This is now in my top 10 of all time. I love Chris Pratt in this. I love Yvonne Strahovski in this movie. J.K. Simmons is good. Just a fucking awesome movie where soldiers from the future show up at a sporting event, a soccer game, and tell the whole world that there's an alien war going on right now and we are getting our ass kicked. So you guys need to do something so we're prepared for all this. It's kind of like Starship Troopers. And so they send soldiers to the future to try to fight this Tomorrow War. And I love the movie. It's an Amazon Prime exclusive. I was lucky to get a copy on Blu-ray, although it's like made by somebody because you look at the disc. But I love the movie. Definitely a great movie. Unexpectedly awesome. The Tooth Fairy on DVD. I don't remember anything about this. It was probably terrible. I watched it one time when it came out. Top Gun on Blu-ray. I watched Top Gun for the first time in 2022. Or at least I had it on before, but never sat down and watched it. I wasn't a big fan of this movie. I didn't think it was all that great for all the hype that the movie gets. And then, of course, we have Top Gun Maverick on 4K. This is the reason why I watched Top Gun. This was better. I don't think it's as good as people say it is, but it's still a lot better than Top Gun. Total Recall on 4K. Now, I tried to rewatch this movie and couldn't get through it, so I don't know, but it's been a long time since I've seen it. That's why I bought it on 4K. The Tournament on Blu-ray. While this isn't one of my favorite movies of all time, pretty damn good movie. Ving Rhames is in it. There's it's a tournament to the death. And these random characters are in it. It's kind of like the movie Condemned with Stone Cold Steve Austin. From what I remember, pretty good. Now my throat's getting dry. The Town on Blu-ray. I fucking love The Town. This is such a good movie. I don't know where it is ranked on my favorite movies of all time, but I'm sure it's top 50. Awesome movie with Ben Affleck. Training Day on DVD. This is another movie that I owned back in 2002, and then I was robbed, and this is one of them they got, so I had to buy it previewed. And honestly, I haven't watched this since 2002. I don't know. I know it's this great movie that people say, but I think it's a tad overrated. I know Denzel's performance was really good, but I still think the movie's overrated. But what do I know? Some movies I like that other people love, and some movies I love that other people think that movie sucks. Trainwreck on Blu-ray. Never finished this. I watched like 20 minutes of it and turned it off. Transformers, the movie, the 1986 animated movie on Blu-ray. I liked this movie when I was a kid. I watched this recently, like a couple days before Christmas in 2022, and I thought it was terrible. But if I'm going to do a Transformers ranking, I need to include it. Transformers, the 2007 on DVD. Pretty good movie. I like it a lot. Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen on DVD. I actually really like this movie. Now, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I know this movie gets a lot of hate. I remember liking it a lot. I'm going to switch rows here. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Transformers, Dark of the Moon on Blu-ray. I was not a fan of this movie. There's lots of reasons why. I didn't like it. Transformers, Age of Extinction on Blu-ray. This was okay. But, I mean, you're starting to have too many Transformers movies. Like, it's getting boring. Transformers, The Last Night on Blu-ray. This was okay as well. And then we have the Transformers 4K box set with all 5 of those movies on 4K. I got this mainly to have Revenge of the Fallen on 4K because I really like Revenge of the Fallen. I put it on, and about after 15 minutes, I turned it off just because it was getting late at night. My throat's getting dry now. Oh well. Tremors on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. Classic. Had to buy this. I bought this in 2022 because I didn't have it. Trespass on DVD. Pretty awesome movie with Bill Pullman. No, that's not right. Bill Paxton and William Sadler, Ice Cube, Ice-T. Awesome movie where they're looking for treasure. And then they run into all these like gangsters or these rival gangs. I don't remember exactly what they were. True Lies on DVD. Pretty awesome movie. I wish this movie would be on 4K or Blu-ray. I just tried to watch it the other night, and I got about, what did I get, halfway through it, and then had to turn it off. But still an awesome movie. James Cameron, if that's one of his bad movies, which is still a good movie, but he has so many great hits. That's one of the worst ones that he has. True Romance on Blu-ray. This is a movie that I saw for the first time in 2022, and I think the movie's fucking incredible. Truman Show on DVD. Pretty good movie. Touristers on DVD. I don't think I ever watched this. Let me look at the cast for a second here. Yeah, I don't think I ever watched this one. I don't know why I would even buy that one, to be honest with you. Turner and Hooch on DVD. Pretty funny movie. Been a while since I've seen it. Not one of my favorites of all time, though. My grandma really liked that movie. The Tuxedo on DVD. Pretty good. It's been a while since I watched it. Twilight Eclipse. Yeah. Which one is this? This is the third one, right? Yes, because I don't own any other ones. This was the one I liked. I've seen all the Twilight movies. Well, I haven't watched all the first one. My ex made me go to New Moon and Eclipse with her, and I actually like this one a lot, where she didn't like it. I haven't watched it since I bought it, though. Probably won't ever watch it again. Twister on DVD. Pretty good movie. Not one of my favorites, though. Is this rattling around in here? No, it's a double disc. That's why. 2 Weeks Notice on DVD. Never watched it. That's surprising, because it's a Sandra Bullock movie, and I didn't watch it. That surprises me. Uncut Gems on Blu-ray. Awesome movie. One of Adam Sandler's best acted movies. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent on Blu-ray. Pretty awesome movie. Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage. Unbreakable on DVD. This is tied with Signs for my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie, just because I don't know which one I like better. I probably like Signs just a little bit more because it's easier to get through. But this was a good movie, although I've only watched it one time. I did not like Split, however. United 93 on Blu-ray. Pretty good movie. It's sad because, it's about 9/11 and all the stuff that happened there. Unstoppable on Blu-ray. Did I say that? I don't even remember. United 93 was on Blu-ray. If I did, I think I might have said DVD by mistake. Good movie, Unstoppable. Awesome movie. An underrated Denzel Washington performance, in my opinion. Not one of my favorites of all time, but definitely good. Untraceable on DVD. I don't remember why I bought this movie, to be honest with you, but pretty decent. I used to work next to Sears, and they used to stock physical media every week, and I think I just went in there and bought every new movie that I didn't recognize on Tuesdays. The Upside on Blu-ray. This was okay, although, now that I think about it, I don't really remember much about it. I know I watched it, though. I'm going to knock this stack over behind me because I keep elbowing it. The Usual Suspects on DVD. Pretty good movie. Not one of my favorites, though, but I like it. Whoa, what the hell happened to this one? I'm going to take the slipcover off of this one because it's beat. Vacancy on DVD. I don't remember much about this movie. I believe I liked it, but again, I don't remember a lot about it. It's been a while since I've seen it. Look at that. Must have got stuck to something at one point. Yeah, they got stuck to Van Helsing. Van Helsing on DVD. Now, I remember loving this movie when I saw it in the theater, and each time I've watched it since then, I haven't liked it, and I haven't watched it in a long time. And the damage to this slipcover must have happened from the back of Van Helsing somehow, some way. Anyway, moving along. Van Wilder on Blu-ray. Love this movie. I love Ryan Reynolds in this movie. I love Tara Reid in this movie too. This is my favorite Ryan Reynolds movie, and I think it's a million times better than Deadpool. I said it. People will definitely disagree with that hot take for sure. We got 2 stacks left. Let's make it through it. Van Wilder, Rise of Taj. Not good. Okay. Don't have a lot of room here. I might have to stop the video to make more room. Vantage Point on DVD. Pretty good movie, although it's been a while since I've seen it. Varsity Blues on DVD. Pretty good movie. Not one of my favorites, though. Yeah, I'm going to have to stop here to make more room. Venom on Blu-ray. I think this is an overrated movie. I didn't even buy the sequel to this movie. I know a lot of you like this movie. It's okay. Waiting on DVD. Pretty funny movie. I need to watch this again, though, because it's been a while since I've seen it. Wanderlust on Blu-ray. I don't remember anything about this. I know I watched it, but after that, I couldn't tell you anything about it. Wanted on DVD. Pretty decent movie. Kind of a more dark movie than people think, and with Morgan Freeman playing kind of a dark character at times in the movie. I think that's based off of a comic book, I want to say. War of the Planet of the Apes on Blu-ray. Yeah, this to me is not very memorable. I know a lot of people love this trilogy of Planet of the Apes. I thought it was okay. If I remember stuff about it, I think it was okay. And my nose is itching again. Oh well. That was just the outside of the nose. I can deal with the outside of the nose. The inside's like I can't talk if the inside of my nose is itching. War of the Worlds on DVD. This is okay. I've only seen it twice though. Surprising. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some room here. Waterboy on Blu-ray. Classic. Not one of my favorites though, but definitely a good movie. Wedding Crashers on DVD. Pretty good movie. Although I think it's a little overrated. The Wedding Ringer on Blu-ray. I fucking love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Kevin Hart in it. I love Josh Gad in it. And I also love, of course, Kaylee Cuoco. At the time, Kaylee Cuoco Sweetening. Just an awesome movie where this guy, Josh Gad, has to hire Kevin Hart to make a fake wedding because he doesn't have any friends. And I just fucking love this movie. It's got Hugo from Lost in the movie. The guy that was on Lost, and he's in it. And he's on the plane, and he says, I got a bad feeling about this. Now my mouth itches. Awesome movie. Weird Science on Blu-ray. This is a classic. I like it. Not one of my favorites. We're the Millers on Blu-ray. I don't remember anything about this. I know I watched it. I don't think it was all that great, but it wasn't terrible. Why is my mouth itching? I don't know. What Happens in Vegas on DVD. This was actually a really good movie. I like the performances by Ashton Kutcher and Cameron Diaz in the movie. And then, of course, you also have Dennis Miller's in this movie? I'm trying to remember her friend's name. Not Rob Corduroy. I don't know, but I like this movie a lot. It's been a while since I've seen it, though. What's Eating Gilbert Grape on DVD. This is pretty good. Good performance by DiCaprio when he's a young kid. What Women Want? That's a good question. On DVD. Pretty good movie, even though I'm not a fan of Helen Hunt. Why is the outside of my nose itching? That's weird. Oh well, I can deal with that. What to do when you're expecting? Okay, well, for one... What to expect when you're expecting. I was talking about A Bad Mom's Christmas earlier, way earlier in the video, and I said that Brooklyn Decker was in that. She's in this one. I don't know why I bought this or Bad Mom's Christmas, and probably will never watch it. I don't know anything about it. Never watched it. Probably never will. I make mistakes from time to time. They do happen a lot. What's Your Number on Blu-ray? This was okay. Not a bad movie. Anna Faris is good. Chris Evans is good in the movie, and then I don't remember anybody else in the movie, but I remember it being pretty good. Nothing special, though. When a Stranger Calls on DVD. Okay. When in Rome on DVD. Kristen Bell's in it. And I remember it being okay. And I don't remember anything else about it, which kind of contradicts what I remember it being okay, but don't remember anything else about the plot or anything. White House Down on Blu-ray. There were two movies that were very similar that came out. This and Olympus Has Fallen. I liked Olympus Has Fallen a lot more than this, but this wasn't terrible. It was entertaining. Why Him on Blu-ray? It was okay. Watched it one time. Wicker Man on DVD. I don't remember anything about this movie. I know I watched it way back in the day when it came out, though. Wild Things on DVD. Pretty good movie. I need to get this in Blu-ray or 4K if it's available. Just a good movie with some good actors and just a story. And a really good scene between Neve Campbell and Denise Richards as well. That's one reason why I watched the movie a lot of times when I was younger. The Wolf of Wall Street on Blu-ray. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's in my top 10. I think it's number 7 or number 8. What a fucking performance by Leonardo DiCaprio. He did awesome. Even Jonah Hill, who's annoying in the movie, he was good with the role he played. And then you have John Bernthal in the movie. You've got just so many good performances in the movie. Margot Robbie is beautiful in this movie. This is a fucking awesome movie. Fucking love this movie. I need to get it up 4K, actually. The Wolverine on Blu-ray. It's okay. Wonder Woman on Blu-ray. I'm not a big fan of the Wonder Woman and Aquaman movies, but this was okay. I tend to doze off during the climax of the movie. All right, we have one stack left of movies, and then I am done. So I'm just going to stack those up right in front of me. We have Wonder Woman 1984. I started watching this on HBO Max. I watched about 10 minutes of the movie, turned it off, never went back to it, bought it with the intention of watching it, and still have yet to go back to it. World Trade Center on DVD. Pretty good movie. World War Z on Blu-ray. Not bad at all. Like it. A little unrealistic. Well, we don't really know what's going to happen in some sort of zombie apocalypse, but that seemed a little far-fetched. Wrath on Blu-ray. Now, I haven't watched this movie since the 1980s, I want to say. I remember really liking this movie. I bought it because I saw it available on Blu-ray, and I think it was for a decent price. And I need to watch this again to see if it's any bit as good as I remember it being. Probably be bad. The Wrestler on DVD. Pretty awesome movie. Good performance by Mickey Rourke. Haven't watched that one in a while. Wrong Turn on DVD. I fucking love this movie. And now it's not one of my favorites of all time, but Elijah Dushku in this movie is fucking hot. And it's got Desmond Harrington, who played Joy Quinn in seasons 3 through season 8 of Dexter. So, pretty awesome movie. X on Blu-ray. Now, a lot of people absolutely love this movie. While it's good, I don't think it's as good as being the best horror movie of 2022. It's my humble opinion, but people are really batshit crazy about X. Triple X. I used to really like this movie when it came out, and the more I watch it, the more I am very uninterested in the movie. It's okay, though. I haven't watched it in a long time, though. Almost done. Triple X 2 or Triple X State of the Union. Yeah, I don't remember anything about this movie, to be honest with you. Probably not good. Then we have Triple X Return of Xander Cage. This was okay, but it could have been a lot better. X-Men. Oh, there go the movies on DVD. This isn't very good because they didn't have a big budget for it. It could have been a lot better. Pick up the movies that fell down here. You're trying to stop me from getting this video done. X2 on DVD. Pretty awesome movie. Definitely the best. Well, one of the best X-Men movies. Not my favorite, though. X-Men 3, The Last Stand. It was okay. A lot of people hate this movie. I think it's okay because they have Beast in it. And I always have loved Beast. I think my monitor got crooked somehow. X-Men Origins Wolverine. This was okay, although people hate this movie. I thought it was okay. X-Men First Class on Blu-ray. Pretty awesome. I like it. Not one of my favorites, though, but it's damn good. Then we have X-Men Days of Future Past on Blu-ray. I fucking love this movie. This is by far my favorite X-Men movie. I don't know if anything will be able to top this movie because I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I don't know what Marvel's going to do with X-Men, but I fucking love this movie. Definitely in my top 30 favorite movies of all time, I think. 30 or top 40? I think it's top 30, though. I'll have to get my favorite movies of all time list out and just read it. X-Men Apocalypse on Blu-ray. This had so much potential, and I hated this movie. I think the fact that they casted Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse when he's only like 5'10", the actor that is casted as Apocalypse should be taller than everybody else without any special effects. So they need to cast like somebody 6'5" or 6'6" to be Apocalypse, just so he already towers over everybody else, and they didn't do a good job of that. And that I was so let down by that movie. And then we have this pile of shit, X-Men Dark Phoenix on Blu-ray. Yeah, this movie sucks. I wasted 2 hours of my life seeing it. Yes Man on DVD. Pretty funny movie. Yes. Yes. You, Me, and Dupree on DVD. I don't believe I've ever watched this movie. Must have been one of those movies at Sears. You Again on DVD. Pretty awesome movie. I actually really like it because it's Kristen Bell and Odette Usman, otherwise known as Odette Annabelle now. Pretty good. It's Betty White's in this. That's right. Awesome movie. There's a cameo by my favorite wrestler of all time in it, too. You're Next on Blu-ray. My arm's starting to hurt. Pretty good horror movie. Underrated horror flick. Not one of my favorites of all time, but if you're looking for something that you've never seen before, this might be up your alley. Only like 5 left. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Damn good movie. Long as shit, though. It took me... I watched the first hour-ish of Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max, and then I didn't go back to it until a year later. And I was dozing off through it, but the fact that Darkseid's in the movie, and I like Henry Cavill, and yeah, it's not bad from what... If I piece everything together and don't doze off, it's pretty good, just really long. And I'm sorry to say that DC's fucked up with their canceling of the series. Zero Dark 30 on Blu-ray. I saw this one time, and now I don't remember anything else about it. So, Joe Edgerton, Jason Clarke, and Jessica Chastain are in it. So, that's good to know. Zodiac on DVD. God, my right shoulder is killing me all of a sudden. I've heard good things about this movie as of late. I watched this one time when it came out and haven't went back to it, but I'm hearing lots of talk about this movie. Now seeing the people that are in it, like Mark Ruffalo, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Robert Downey Jr., maybe, just maybe, I need to watch this again, like, soon. I'm just looking at the rest of the cast. You have Brian Cox, John Carroll Lynch. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch this maybe tonight. It's kind of dirty if you look at the cover. It looks like there's milk on it or something like that, but... yeah, I remember it being good, but it's been a while since I've seen it. Zombieland on DVD. Pretty awesome movie. My girlfriend of mine was surprised that I'd never seen this movie, and she made me buy it, and it was good. And then our last movie, which for some reason I have 2 copies of, so I'll definitely get rid of one of them. Zombieland Double Tap on Blu-ray. I don't remember a lot about this one. I remember it being okay, but not as good as the original one. So yeah, I can maybe give one away to somebody. So that is the updated Blu-ray collection. Now, of course, leave me lots of comments. I will redo this video. Next year, on January 1st, I will get rid of all the duplicate DVDs that I have. I'll probably leave the duplicate Blu-rays and 4Ks in there just for now. But I'll get rid of all like the Saw movies that I have on DVD, since I have all of them on Blu-ray, to make it less titles that I have to show you, but are less actual physical movies that I have to show you. So yeah, let me know what you thought. If you're a fan of physical media and like my collection, make sure you smash that like button, share this video with anybody that you know, or put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Tell me how many movies that I have, not including duplicates. If you could name how many movies I have, I counted 913, I believe, but I might have been off with that because I didn't realize I had 2 copies of Zombieland Double Tap. So I might 912, 911, something like that. Leave me lots of comments. Tell me what movies I should watch that I didn't. What movies I should own. Not older movies that are like 1990 or newer that I should own. And then last but certainly not least, you took the time to watch this video. Don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.